beware if you're looking for uh content about really good stuff like my other episodes. Please leave. And for those who want a coherent episode of the dumps, please leave too. You're not getting that. Anyways, well, enjoy the video. Hi, welcome to the dumps, the place for all your side needs.
It's just me, myself, and my big fucking purple fire truck.
Anyway,
Hello.
Hi, welcome to the dumps. It's been a while. I know I missed a week, but I've made it up to you all by having probably one of the most general topics this show has ever covered.
Yeah, but you weren't
And with me
expecting this.
Yeah, no, you probably weren't expecting this. In fact, originally we had a movie paired with this, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
So here I have with me is Anthony / AntFrenzy / whatever else. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Anthony. My friend Brian, who is like my co-host on my another host on my podcast I have with him called Campycast.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's been on here. Now I'm here for a much more interesting topic. Definitely.
Hey now.
I'm joking.
Hey, Community was like a 4-hour worth of a video. That one turned out well.
Let's see if this could surpass it.
Is it tempting to make a 4-hour SML?
Nah, I thought we could do that, man. I'm being so tired, but I mean, I have a lot to say about this YouTube channel. Now, I know it's bizarre to go from like casual shows and movies to a 10-year-long YouTube channel. So
yeah, no, okay. To explain that, this is a bit of a difficult thing for me because I don't usually do this. I don't. Okay. So the weird thing is the dumps has been defined as a sort of blob. It doesn't really have a defining figure for itself. It's not like Too Many Movies, Hal's podcast, where it's like, oh, it's movies from his collection, or something like, oh, I don't know, Silent Dawn's podcast, which is about revisiting older movies or forgotten movies, something like that, or any other podcast. There's no specific topic I've wanted from the dumps, but the main thing is I've wanted to discuss the stuff no one ever wants to talk about at length.
Except me, though.
Or talk about stuff that we're passionate about. And here today we have Anthony, whose main passion, in our friend group is like SML.
Yeah.
SuperMarioLogan, now just SML or SuperMarvinLogan.
Yeah, whatever the fuck it stands for now.
Yeah, whatever now. What does
SML mean nowadays? What is it now?
I don't know.
This is gonna be a bit. Yeah, we're gonna go through like I guess the entire like history. We're gonna probably talk about some videos we watched and put our thoughts. I'm assuming.
Yep.
So. Yeah, I was actually interested in talking about this since, like, I've had all this knowledge built up and no one to share it with. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I finally have use for this stuff in my brain. So
yeah, no, when you have SML brain rot, that's not good. That's not good.
It is very interesting, though, the type of stuff we're talking about today. It's like,
oh yeah,
it's a very interesting rabbit hole.
I myself have a lot of experience with SML in terms of like my nostalgia for it, and that I watched a decent chunk of it, mainly junior era when I was younger. And as for you, I don't know what's your background on it.
When I was younger, I remember just like one day scrolling through YouTube and I found the SML movie The Remote, and that just led me down like just this giant rabbit hole of all these videos. Like my first video wasn't even a Jeffy video, for Pete's sakes. It's very interesting. It was like a whole thing. I saw a bunch of old friends, new friends, and even a bear. It was very interesting. And then like and now we're here today, and I still sometimes tune in to watch SML. Now, I know most people who used to watch it have bailed, and, like, we'll get to that later.
We'll get to that later.
Man. And I sometimes bail, but then I always come back because I'm just bored and feel like, hey, why not put on some SML? Because this takes no energy to watch, and I could just, like, Sit down and chill.
Oh my god, I could talk about how brain rotted fucking modern SML is, but yeah.
I
Oh
can't wait to
my
talk
god.
about some of this stuff. It is so stupid.
But yeah, for me, I guess have a connection to it because I guess the general goal of the dumps really is to talk about what we're passionate about and to explore the truly unknown depths of like the dumpster of shit you
Mhm.
don't want to think about. So if this brings back memories for all you who are listening, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Painful, traumatic memories of torture.
Or maybe it's
Fuck
happy
it.
memories. I
Yeah,
have
it
no
depends
idea.
what you watched of SML.
If you're EDP 445, it's not good memories. If you're
Oh god,
a
can't wait
dab
to
H
talk
dude,
about that.
definitely not good memories. If
Yeah,
you're the SMLR or whatever his name is,
the
SMR.
SMR. Yeah, there's a lot of people. There's so many
Yeah,
people
actually,
who
no,
have somehow.
mostly it's negative. Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh
most
my.
people have like dedicated.
Uh,
So many people, more people than there should be, have dedicated like their YouTube career to just talking about Logan's content, and it's very interesting that they do this. So it is such a big thing. Like it's probably one of the most interesting YouTube channels to talk about for me.
it's the thing about Super Mario Logan that differs from pretty much every other older channel out there is that it's still fucking going.
It is
And that
still there, you know? He hasn't retired yet. He probably can't. He is
it's
a
been
baby
over
now. He's a
15
father.
years.
Oh my
Over
god.
15 years. Do you realize how long that is? I think Logan has lasted longer on this site than like some of the most popular YouTube channels on this site right now.
Mm,
It's crazy that like he's somehow still going and
yeah,
that his content is still has the same problems. It's
exactly.
insane.
It's so
Like
yeah, it's he hasn't even improved as much as I feel like he
yeah.
should. You know, he still has like yeah, and I know it's weird to, you know, some people might say it's weird that I am critically judging Logan's content because of how stupid it is, but I think
Yeah.
it's important to look critically at some of the stuff you like. And obviously we're not going to critically judge some of his older stuff, like
Oh
the
yeah, no, no, no,
yeah,
no.
because he's like what 12 or whatever when he started. I don't even
He was
remember.
fucking like 13 and they because I remember I think it was drawn I haven't watched this draw in my life in a while, but I remember at the beginning it was like, "Oh, I heard about this YouTube site." But then I finally created an account when I was like 13 when I was the legal age.
Mm,
And yeah,
yeah,
the channel's been basically a sort of time capsule. Well, his used to be channel was sort of a time capsule to who he was as a person and how he grew and changed, which is
exactly.
fascinating for a very stupid and very garbage channel. It's a garbage channel.
It really, it is not a good channel from an objective standpoint, but it is a very interesting one that I weirdly enjoy. And it's mostly, ironically, not every video he makes is terrible, but then again, he makes so many videos, oh, like 2 videos a week. It's like 3
Oh my
now, but
god.
at
Jesus
some
Christ.
point, one's not going to be
That's
terrible.
that's fucking insane. Dude. Pumping
I
out
know.
content that much, like 10, 15 minutes. That's why modern SML feels so empty. But we'll get to that
Dare I say
because
it's nothing?
oh, buzzword. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna start from a chronological standpoint because trying to sort of break down
Just
SML.
break down the lore here. So,
There's a
base.
fucking shit ton of shit
I
here.
know
Oh
it's
my
so much. So
god.
basically,
Um,
way just back. I don't know when. I don't remember the exact year. I think it was like in 2000, sometime in the late 2000s.
2007, I think.
2007. Okay. Logan SML is from the mind of a man named Logan 30acre who ended up making a recreation of the 90s Super Mario Got Milk commercial, and that was his very first YouTube video and the start of a very promising career. And I say that with the largest air quotes you could ever think of. So it was a start, and there wasn't real, and it was mostly just like after he got like what 2 views, he ended up realizing that people might actually start watching his content. So he pumped out like 8 videos per day. It was like insane. There was like videos every day, multiple ones, way more than he uploads now. Sometimes it was just like him doing stupid stuff, and
Yeah, no, okay. If we're categorizing these things, there's old SML era. This is by Dab H Dude's definition, but
I
there's old
guess so.
SML era. Then there's classic SML era. Then there's junior era. Then there's Jeffy era, and then now it's puppet era.
I guess so.
I
Yeah,
guess
Puppet Air is probably going to be the longest one because that's going to go on forever, probably. At this rate, maybe. Um,
forever. But yeah, on December 8th, 2007, everything changed when he made Super Mario Got Milk.
yeah, that's where it all started. It was the
Yeah.
beginning of everything, and
Yeah, and then from there on out, he did, the Nintendo game systems. Mostly, it really felt like the Super Mario of Super Mario Logan, where he kept on talking about the game systems. He reviewed the games with his Mario voice, his shitty Mario voice.
yeah.
He, he,
No,
no offense. I mean,
no
it's a
offense.
fucking 13
Obviously,
year
he's
old. Like, come
13.
on.
Yeah. If I'm being honest, if I was like Logan's age, I probably would have made like very similar content to him. Cause like what my stupid Five Nights at Freddy's plushies or whatever the fuck I have. Oh yeah, it's like
Oh,
I don't
oh, I
know.
could talk about that later. But yeah, you're having like, oh, Christmas 2007. Super Mario Logan's Nintendo merchandise. Mario interviews blank. Mario and Tony. There's a lot
Alamo.
of just
Yeah,
random shit. It's like
yeah.
not
I
really
didn't. I
coherent.
did watch
Like,
a
come
lot
on.
of it, if I'm being honest, because I didn't think it was
Me
like
too.
most of these are like a minute long as well. So like I would gain probably absolutely nothing from it, and I probably wouldn't have anything to say about it, unlike some of the later stuff that has so much like stupid shit sometimes that it just becomes interesting to talk about. So this is
Yeah.
like probably the era where like it's hard to bring up specific videos because the videos is just kind of him fucking around with his Mario plush. So
Yeah, no, because the thing about Logan was he's never been a storyteller. He's always been more of a I like to show off my toys and throw shit, which is what makes him so appealing because he's so immature. Even when he's an adult making these videos, they still have that sort of charm where they're just not really coherent and they just don't make any sense.
yeah,
But they're entertaining because they keep because it technically moves the plot along, but that doesn't really mean it's substance,
yeah,
because you're just kind of observing a little kid trying to do the most things ever just to entertain whatever small audience he had.
exactly.
And
He's just
for
trying to have
pretty
fun.
for yeah, for a long time, from not just old SML era, but to like classic, it was kind of just a slow buildup of an audience, but it was a really dedicated audience, not really just like
Mhm.
anything massive. But yeah, I do like a couple of these videos because of just how outdated they are. Because when you're
Yeah.
like seeing like Wii Games 2007, and he's talking about WarioWare,
Oh, yeah.
that's like weird. It's like, oh my god, there hasn't really been any WarioWare until like recently, like
Yes.
one
So,
time.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Um,
crazy.
it's like yeah. I did watch like in terms of the main ones I watched from this era. It probably was like the Mario and Luigi stupid dumb adventure stuff that I watched. I watched the
Oh
first
yeah.
two seasons of them. And like, if I'm thinking about it, it's kind of charming in areas. I think there's like a charm I could see people having watching this like just this kid having fun with his toys with his friends. According to Logan's Draw My Life, the idea of the stupid and dumb adventures thing just came from him and his friends just kind of messing around with his plushes. So he kind of like adapted that into like multiple videos, and that's how we got the series. And some of his it's kind of what inspired him to, I guess, make the channel, I guess, and more videos and stuff like that. So
Yeah, the main guy from this was, Zeke.
Zeke,
He
yeah,
he
we'll get more on him
he
later.
carried like old SML era.
Yeah, he plays
Crazy.
Mama Luigi, which is Luigi's the real Luigi who doesn't really do anything. It's like a clone, I guess, and he's like stupid.
But yeah, the general plot line, technical plot line in Stupid and Dumb Adventure Season 1 is like they're trying to find Bowser and like get the princess while the
Mhm.
princess is like playing like the Wii with this, I
Well,
forget what
the
creature it
it
is.
was like a crocodile, I'm
Yeah,
pretty
the
sure.
crocodile, and they were like playing
Yeah, and they
around.
make a bunch of sex jokes, just like a bunch of them. And he like you could tell this is around the time where Logan was like, since he was a teen, he was really getting into that edgy type humor and tried to incorporate them into these videos.
They do use the R slur like
Yeah, like
multiple
multiple
times.
times. Yeah,
It's
there's even
great.
like a court scene where they constantly like use that word, and yeah, it's a whole thing. And then there's also like I don't know. There's also like a scene where Mario goes to prison and something. Let's just say one of the inmates does something that you would not expect him to do to Mario, and it's
Oh no. Oh yeah,
oh
that
no.
part. No. That
Sometimes
was insane.
sometimes when
Yeah.
it comes to these, it's kind of hard to tell what's happening because like it's very like it's filmed like all over the place. Like I'm not
It's
expecting
it's very
anything,
okay. I'm
but
expect because I feel like because Logan behind the scenes, he already doesn't have any script. He just tells them directions. But when he's a kid, that's basically a de-evolution of that method. So he's just like, okay, Zeke, we're Bowser needs to tell you this. And then that's all he does, and then we just make a whole bit out of that. Which kind
exactly.
of originates all of the pacing problems of all of SML, so that's great.
Mhm.
Um
Yeah, it's like
and
weird.
it's weird. And then season 2 is much better,
Yeah, it's that
but that's not
suits. It gets like at first it feels like it's more of the same, but they pick up quickly because like Logan's growing older, the videos look better visually, and everything is much more competent. We
they're
get
in 720p. It's fucking insane. Like,
yeah,
come on.
wow,
Wow.
congratulations.
You
They've
did it.
really gone a long way, but still, it's a step up in terms of things. The acting's improved, which I kind of like in like modern SML, one thing I could kind of compliment is like I'll get more into this later, but I don't mind SML's like acting. Something I don't mind. It feels like the actors are actually trying a lot of
They're having
cases.
fun. I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
could
I
tell.
don't mind it.
It's not like groundbreaking emotional performances or anything. Like don't but it's for what it is. It feels like they're having fun and trying in areas, and I kind of like it. It kind of adds stuff
Yeah.
to certain characters later on that I kind of
But
enjoy.
yeah, the general plot line is Mama Luigi commits multiple crimes, and then they have to go to court about it. And Mr. Goodman shows up. Peach is killed by like Black Yoshi, I'm pretty
Oh
sure.
yeah,
And-
I accidentally. I think he like drops his gun and then accidentally kills them. Then it
But yeah,
comes back.
Black Yoshi is introduced very early on, and he's actually like pretty funny
It
in
was
this. And
actually yeah, it was
he's
actually interesting to see them introduce this character that I've seen so many memes on and seen him in modern videos, and he feels like he's much different here because like it feels like yeah, he's still kind of a black stereotype, which is like his main character. This is where like
yeah,
the
he's more of a
stereotypes
gang. He's more
start
of a
to
gangy in this. You
yeah,
know,
he's
he's like
more of like he feels more like a
he's more of a
character.
thug.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's probably better than he is nowadays. So yeah, when
But
he
yeah,
kind of just
Mama Luigi dies really early on into this, and he's just there. At first, it's kind of the usual shit where you're like, "Oh, we need to stop Bowser from kidnapping Princess Peach or some shit," and that's like the typical
the
shit.
reason
And then Mama Luigi kills himself by
yeah
attaching a bomb to himself to try to stop Bowser, but then obviously Bowser just shoots the fucking bomb and he
yeah because he's
dies.
stupid. Yeah, that's how he died. And he's just dead. I think the reason he died though is because like Logan's friend who was playing Mama Luigi Zeke
Zeke.
was
Yeah.
moving, so they had to like kill off his character. So yeah, you could also tell like in the finale when he comes back to life briefly, he's played by Lavelle, so there's also that you can tell by like
Yeah, that
voice and stuff
sucks.
like
But
that.
like the thing about it is that I feel like you could tell like the direction shift as if there was like a story plan originally, but then they
Yeah,
had to scrap that entire thing when Zeke had to fucking move out. And so
exactly.
the whole series becomes actually just really depressing when you think about it more because
No,
Mario and all his friends slowly
fucking
all
dead.
yeah, they all slowly die off one by one until Bowser has literally unlimited power and has to,
Yeah, I don't
kill
know where the
everyone
fuck
else.
he got all that power from,
Yeah, no,
but
I was wondering. It's like, wait, okay,
how
yes, a
does he
bunch of
have these
powers now.
superpowers? What the fuck happened? Like, I
Like, what
was
the
so
fuck happened?
confused. So weird. Obviously, this stuff don't make sense. Like at
Mm.
the end of the finale of first season, I know it's weird to like,
I know
he's
it's weird to
13.
seriously discuss these things, but
But it's
really, it's
funny to
really
point
weird.
out, okay? It's funny. I bet
Yeah.
Logan also probably like points this out looking back at it because he's like so much older now. But I like how at the end of the finale, everyone just forgives Mama Luigi for kidnapping real Luigi, and then they're all friends now, and then they even take him out. They act like that never happened. It was so weird.
Yeah, no, because the original plot was that the clones were made because Bowser wanted them or some shit.
I think,
And,
yeah.
yeah, Mama Luigi he just wants this original Luigi dead. So kidnaps him, and there's a whole court hearing about it. And then Mama Luigi fucking explodes and dies for some
Yeah,
reason.
really is a fan fiction though. We piece the puzzles to get the pieces together like that. So yeah.
And then slowly this plot unravels where, Black Yoshi shows up and Yoshi, with his new voice, which is clearly made in post, is just
Exactly.
like walking around. So, oh, here's my Black Yoshi. And Black Yoshi basically ruins everything because he, first off, accidentally kills Peach. And then, second off, doesn't know what to do. And then the lights turn off, and then they're all blaming Mario on it. And then he goes to jail and meets Bubbles.
Yeah, but not the bubbles from like last season, which was Wario. That I don't know. Nothing makes sense in these. Let's be
Nothing
fucking
makes sense in these.
Or
It's
maybe I'm
fine.
just paying too much attention to it because I feel like knowing these specific details and characters makes me like I'm paying too much attention to this.
Why do I care about
Why
a
do I
bunch of
care about
plushies?
this? What am I doing
But yeah,
with my life?
season 2, it really is the shit because things are just constantly moving. It's not that it's like well developed or some shit,
Yeah,
but it is very entertaining from start to finish because you have Black Yoshi and his redemption arc, and then he uses his
saves
gun to
Mario,
kill,
but then he
yeah, saves
fucking
Mario.
dies.
And then he dies, and then everyone dies, and then
And yeah.
fucking
There's a season
Mario.
3, which I don't know if you watched the third season, but it was like 3 episodes of.
Yeah, I
It was
did.
basically just Mario jumping through the multiverse.
Yeah.
It was just like it felt like nothing was going anywhere. It was like, what's happening now? What's Logan's goal? What's the end goal here? Where's
Yeah,
this
see,
going?
unlike season 2, which is very streamlined and like cohesive, quote unquote,
Ironic, because
it's
Logan's like was younger, so like, yeah,
somehow younger Logan had a more coherent story than modern SML, where
you
it's
know,
just there's an actual lead in and a technical theme where everyone's just dying. And that reflects sort of the time period that Logan was in around this time because tragically, he was diagnosed with, I
yeah.
forget which,
Yeah, it was like a
but
very rare illness that ended up like plaguing him, and he had to go into surgery. And he was nervous
yeah,
that like he
he
wanted
was
to end
nervous
everything.
that either he wouldn't be able to make videos anymore or that he'd die. So,
Yeah, very
we
sad.
had we have a situation where it was basically life or death if he doesn't make this second season. So it is kind of a very eventful and very, important season and, series in Logan's history. So this is originally going to be the ending of everything, pretty
Hmm.
much.
Yeah,
And
and that was like supposed to end in like a time loop, so like everything could just like start all over again.
yeah, that's what's originally time travel. And then, next season,
Next season retconned
they
that because Logan ended
retcon
up
that.
living, so he continued, and that's how we got where we are today. But I won't get too ahead of myself. Obviously, we still got some other
But
stuff, but
yeah, he also made a friend during his time in,
high school.
medical leave.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, we're on that. Yeah, I think his name was Jamarcus, and he made like a
Well,
friend
that's
who's
his
just
made up name.
uh,
Yeah, Jamarcus. So Jamarcus was a friend who Logan saw, and was quite, energetic, even despite being under illness. And
mhm.
he was a very much a big inspiration to Logan because he helped him through such a difficult time in his life, and, Logan was pretty much just left with not knowing where his life was going at that point.
Exactly.
But, um, you know, D'Angelo, well, if I say D'Angelo, but, he gave him basically the word of God, and, that brought him back to Christianity, which is why he went to church more often
Uh-huh.
after he sadly passed
Passed
away.
away. It's a very sad story. It's all said in his Draw My Life video, which I remember when I first watched, I was like, holy shit, this is so sad. Like, dang. I can't
He
help but
even
feel a little
uh
bad for Logan.
even went to his funeral, so
Yeah. Definitely
he
started
was
turning his life
that
around with
he was
after
definitely
that.
that important to him. But then at some point, I think he took the sort of wrong lesson where he's living his life to his fullest, but he's not making smart decisions. But that is such a weird time for him where he literally made content or else he'd die. And it'd be hopeless for him if he didn't. And so it's just weird.
Exactly. Yeah.
And instead of being left in this pure time loop, we are traveled across multi dimensions, and now we're here, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
like a decade later. And
Exactly.
eh, what now? Like, really,
Oh
what
no.
is left? But yeah, that's a bit depressing. But
Very depressing story. Yeah.
in lighter news, there is a lot more to classic era other than Stupid and Dumb Adventures. There is Shrimp Hunter. If you haven't watched that
Oh,
series, that one's really funny.
I saw
I love
like
I love Woody. He's great.
yeah, Woody's a nice character. I like him. Too bad Logan refuses to use him. So watch the first episode of that. I didn't really go. I didn't really continue. I don't know why. It felt like the. I remember I kept wanting to watch it, but I don't know. The concept just didn't really interest me enough to watch it the
It's a
full thing.
very episodic show. I don't know. It's very day of the day, like oh Shrimp Hunter, and it's it's a very short series, so it's not like
Yeah, I probably
bad.
could have watched it, but I don't know. I had
But
other
yeah,
stuff.
that's as a miniseries, it's all right. And we have all the side characters, Black Yoshi and Toad and Shrek were especially notable this time because Toad had his rap career around this time.
Yeah.
He
Well,
was also the
yeah, he
star
would
of
like
Toad's Mistake,
Toad's
which was
mistake,
also
which
which is remake in 2017 with Zeke returning
yeah,
for a supposed Super Mario Logan movie, which never happened.
yeah, I'm actually interested
Um,
to talk about the whole thing with the Super Mario Logan movie because it's a very interesting with what happened with the production and how it's basically just lost media now. So yeah, it's kind of just rotting at the back of Logan's camera, or whatever the fuck he keeps his files, or he might have deleted it. Who knows? But
or just stomped on
footage.
the drive and then threw it in the trash. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, it would keep things like different. Logan was like inspired to put like different characters who weren't in the Mario universe, like Shrek from Shrek, Woody from Toy Story, uh,
Ty
Ham
the
from Toy
tiger
Story,
from
named Mr. Pig, who he called Mr. Pig, uh,
yeah, Tony the tiger
Tony
from
the
Frosted
Tiger. Yeah,
Flakes.
very bizarre cast of characters, but type of
Tony the
stuff
tiger is
that
mentally disabled.
I
Shrek
guess
is
so.
chronically fucking cheesecakeaholic. I'd like to call
Yeah,
it.
it's revealed like I know we're going hot, like there, but it's revealed in like a video that's like far away from here that Shrek
Yeah.
eats so much cheesecake that his blood is made it turned into cheese, like
Oh yeah,
actual
wait.
cheese.
No, I forgot about that. That's
I
crazy.
remember like I was
Yeah.
so when I first watched that video, it was like what? It was like it was such a
It's
weird
so
idea.
nonsense. It's weird. Shrek was the only one that returned from that
Yeah,
era,
I'd say
but
so. I mean,
he
Black
was the
Yoshi
only
is like still
I mean
there
technically,
technically, but yeah.
but Shrek, unlike Black Yoshi, gets old very, very quick.
Yeah, he has the same
Um,
accent. He has like the same jokes. Haha, he poopy cheesecake. It's just the same joke. I'm
it's the
pretty
same
sure.
joke
I'm
every time.
pretty sure he did some naughty stuff to his cheesecake at some point. That is a very implicate.
That's that's not even an implication. That's just
It's
fact.
just facts. Yeah, I don't know.
Uh,
He loves his cheesecake.
he loves this goddamn
I know
cheesecake, and it's
another one that's skipping ahead, but I think it's like near this era. But I remember there's like this video that I watched recently to prepare for this.
Mhm.
Basically, Shrek has a baby by by like eating this cheesecake that like
Oh.
had this like
Oh
thing
wait,
in
I've
it that
heard of
would
this, but I don't
create
know anything
clones.
about it.
Yeah,
What is this?
I don't know. He like clones himself. He basically shits out a baby. He attempts to
Uh-huh.
raise it, and it goes on for like 20 minutes, and then it ends with the baby going to college. So yeah,
Oh, that's
as an
nice.
adult, so, yeah, that's kind of a nice ending, but it's still like a such a weird idea for a video, especially with the idea of Shrek giving birth from eating a cheesecake. So
Yeah, that's weird.
that is very weird.
That's really weird. But
Yeah.
yeah, we also have, the other miscellaneous stuff. The SML movie name comes from SML shorts, which originally were just meant to be small shorts, like Luigi's or no, Mama Luigi's Secret.
Oh yeah,
There's
I
yeah,
saw
of
that
course there's
one.
Toad's Mistake. There's Toad's Mistake too. The Super Bowl commercial series, which lasted longer than originally intended. Oh, and then there's Koopa's New Job, the first appearance of Chef Pee Pee.
Yeah, yeah, that's his
And
name. Let's want to get into that one. So yeah, I don't know. There's not much to say about the early stuff. It's most of the same stuff. Some of it is pretty charming, I'd say. Like there's definitely some moments of charm here of
Ghost
watching this.
Shrimpo is notable because that one's really funny.
Yeah, it's
That
just
one
oh yeah, I
just
saw
like
that one. I like that. Yeah,
that
that
one's
one's
like
all right.
fucking
Yeah,
gross. Yeah. Then there's Bowser's Dilemma.
yeah,
And there's other Shrek miscellaneous stuff. It's very lenient and very much feels like we'll just do whatever. Like, okay, we'll do a video on like supermodel commercials because people like those.
yeah.
Besides like the mainline series, it wasn't really a direction SNL was going until we hit Bowser Jr.'s macaroni.
Yeah, but before we get to that, kind of wants I kind of have some more stuff to say. Like, there were
Mhm.
other like series stuff. Like they established a series like Black Yoshi and the Birds. I don't know if you
Oh
watched
yeah,
that one.
I forgot to mention that. I was gonna mention that. I watched half of it. I didn't finish it, but
I actually watched it all today. I just went on a complete binge for this video. So
oh, how is it the full
I
thing?
did the series.
Yeah, the
Um,
series.
fine for what it is. It's fine. Had a couple laughs. Yeah, the birds are all like different. They changed all their names. So like the blue one is now depressed, and
Oh,
it's he said in a song that he was suicidal. So that is
oh,
very dark. Yeah.
oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Also, it's called Black Yoshi and the Birds, and I'm pretty sure there's like two episodes where Black Yoshi isn't even in it. So I thought I'd bring that up.
That's oh wait, that's weird.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird. Yeah, that's weird. He just kind of leaves for a while, you know, and then
Uh,
yeah, it comes in the finale. At the end of the series, though, what's weird is that they cheesed another series about Black Yoshi's
oh,
family, and it was
oh
like
yeah.
yeah, and apparently Logan was gonna make
Oh
it
wait, no, I remember this. Because Logan couldn't make it
because he didn't
because
have
he
a red
couldn't.
Yoshi
Yeah,
plushie.
Red
Yeah,
Yoshi, and that
and
was his excuse for so long until someone got him. And it's like, oh,
in fan mail, but I feel like it was too late by the time.
it
It was
was
just
too
like, you
late. It
know, I
was
don't
really
want to
too
do it
late.
anymore. It would honestly, I
Yeah.
think doing a Black Yoshi's Family series would have been more interesting than the Bird one. So, you know, just
Oh.
meeting his family or something. I
Yeah,
don't
sounds
know.
like it involved Black Yoshi way more, but yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, instead of him just interacting with a bunch of angry birds. So,
But yeah, this series is kind of idealized as like, oh, peak, but no,
peak. Yeah, it even
from what I saw, it was all right. I
yeah,
don't know.
it even like started with one before that kind of established it. It was called The Bird, which was about Shrek and Black Yoshi attempting to kill this annoying bird that Woody found. So
Oh yeah, no, I remember that one.
yeah,
Yeah.
I remember enjoying that one. It was fun. I know most of these are pretty harmless, you know. Sometimes they get a decent chuckle. They're pretty charming just seeing them like have fun with this type of nonsense and dumb jokes. I feel like I can relate because this is kind of the type of content that I feel like I would have made if I had these plushies, like I stated before. So
Hmm.
yeah, I'd say that. There
Yeah,
is
no,
some charm.
Black Yoshi and the Birds kind of feels like the first hallmark of the classic Super Mario Logan promise that was never made. So
Yeah.
isn't that fun?
Also, these are the ones I didn't watch. I did watch like the first episode. This is the American Idol thing where Logan just took a bunch of random plushies and then made them sing, and It was American Idol parody. I think they made a remake of it
It's
like
very
once.
awkward series because a lot of it is really just improv and like,
Yeah,
hey,
you can
do
tell most of
this.
this is improv. So yeah, unlike the other SML videos, which feel like they're scripted basically. But yeah, it's there's some charm here, you know. Uh,
Yeah,
um, there's
absolutely. Because like I know this just like a bunch of shit, but like I don't know. It's I could put this on and be like, "Oh, that's nice." And, it's probably a lot more for older fans because it's nostalgic, it's simple, it's sweet, and it doesn't feel cynical in the slightest. It really just feels very innocent and not
yeah.
really taken at all seriously.
Yeah. First off, I want to mention the best SML video, and everyone who says it is it isn't is wrong. The classic epic music video, Mario Loves to Fart, is
Oh
peak.
yeah.
And is
Peak,
honestly
man.
one thing I noticed while watching that was so funny to me is that there was a scene where there's a part where I think Lance Logan's brother just ended up walking in on him filming the video and then he just left. Like, imagine just walking in on your brother recording something like this.
Yeah, and he was there and he looked extremely distraught and surprised
He's
and
like, what the fuck is he
kerfuffled.
doing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
then he just like walks. He like looks at the camera, he waves, and then walks off. It's amazing.
it's peak. Yeah. What else was I gonna say?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
there's
forgot
also
about
like,
Mario and Bowser's stupid and crazy adventures.
oh yeah, I actually kind of enjoyed that. I know that's like part. I
No,
kind of,
this series is like the only really funny one. I'm gonna be
yeah, I
honest. It's like
honestly like Bowser just being this bumbling idiot, and then his
yeah,
interactions with Mario ended up being pretty funny. Like I
yeah. See,
also,
when Mario works off like someone else, he's
yeah,
much
yeah.
better.
One of my favorite scenes in it that I distinctly
Mm.
remember is the scene where Sonic is just beating the shit out of Mario, and then Bowser just
Oh,
starts recording and says,
oh
"World
yeah,
Star, World Star." And then there's also the stuff with them just constantly, and then
yeah.
and for some reason in the crazy adventure Bowser thing, Sonic is a British stereotype, which is really
Huh?
funny for me. I don't know if you
That's
remember.
weird.
Yeah, yeah. There's like a scene where Mario like, crumples up an image of like the fucking Queen of England, and then he just starts crying or something. It's so funny to me. I know it's so stupid, but like this is the type of humor I like sometimes. So
No.
yeah, I don't know. Some of it is funny to me. Uh,
Yeah, no, for a series called Mario and Luigi Stupid and Dumb Adventures, as Mario and Bowser's Stupid and Crazy Adventures is a lot more stupid. It's great.
yeah, it's for real. It's some really funny. It's some funny stuff. I
Probably
really
some of
like it
the
a
best
lot.
SML humor that we've gotten.
Yeah, it's a pretty charming
Uh,
series. I actually enjoyed revisiting parts of it because I just think the dynamic is just fun and there's like a lot of jokes I liked. Like the
but yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a funny one. What's another thing? Also, like I noticed that like they uploaded like a lot of music videos of Toad just like rapping. So
yeah.
like
No,
there's a
as I
lot of
said,
that.
like Toad had a big rap thing because Toad's played by a black man. So
Yeah, Lavelle, who is the actor like that Logan met in high school. So yeah, I'm
yeah,
pretty sure that's what he said in his Drama Life, which I rewatched just for research purposes. So yeah, a lot of it is
mm.
interesting. Um, yeah, any other series stuff that we forgot to mention of this era? I mean, this is kind of the main era. There's like a lot of other stuff I think we could say about this
See,
classic
no, as for because for
golden
this era,
era.
there's just like a lot of shit going on at the same time. So that's why it was hard for me to watch all of it.
Like I didn't watch any of like the ones where he's like reviewing a video game or something like that. So
I did watch the Super Mario Galaxy one, and he was like showing off his poster he got with it. He has
yeah,
the collector's edition, which is
yeah.
cool.
Sometimes he just like showing off some of his cool work. He even made like a theme song for his channel. I don't know, the whole. It's usually the song you hear. It was like there's like a theme song, I guess. It's interesting, I think it was made by it was made by an actual rapper. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if you heard it. It's like the whole SML Save Princess Peach. Have you heard that?
No.
You haven't? Really?
Wait, what were you saying again? I'm losing track.
It's the SML theme song thing, that he like played sometimes.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, he also had a
And there
website
was
that he would
an
plug.
SML website, and apparently that website just
It's nothing now.
doesn't. It's nothing now. It redirects to nothing.
Yeah. It's
Crazy.
yeah. I don't know. Some videos are charming, I guess. There's definitely a charm to the way they're filmed and whatnot. Like originally, it was like mainly four people. I think it was like near the beginning, it was Logan, his brother Lance, and like two of his friends, Zeke, and I think this guy named Luke. And I have no idea who he voiced. So
I forgot where Luke went, but
yeah,
he went somewhere.
yeah. It's more. I feel like Zeke did more though. That's to him, but I don't.
No,
I don't.
Zeke was the fucking goat,
Yeah,
man.
he played
He
the
was the
best.
fucking.
Played that best character. Apparently, Logan was always getting comments about bringing back Mama Luigi after he died at the end during uh Mario Luigi's Stupid Dumb Adventures. So
Yeah, because Mama Luigi is really funny, and so just more people ask for him back. It's crazy.
yeah, and Logan
Yeah,
was gonna bring him back, but we'll get to that
we'll
later,
get
I
to that
guess. And it's
later.
kind of
Oh
Logan's fault
my.
why he never came back. If we're being honest, it's a whole thing.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's
Any
a whole
other
thing.
like specific videos you might want to bring up? Because like most of
I
the
don't
stuff is
know.
kind of blends together. I feel
Because
like
because I watched these at such an accelerated rate that like I couldn't process it. Like even though I really
yeah,
like Mario and Bowser's stupid and crazy
crazy.
adventures,
Yeah,
I
something like that.
cannot even quote it because I watched it all at like all
Oh,
at once. I
same.
couldn't. I
Exactly
just
same. Same with
yeah.
the season 2. I just binged that
Because
whole
I'm
thing and felt
sorry if it
really
sounds
exhausted
like
afterward.
we just can't say anything, but I just have less experience with this like portion of
Yeah,
SML,
and this is the
so I have
only
a lot less to
beginning of
say.
the era, and we're already like, yeah, it's the whole thing. I think I'm done with this era. I don't really have too much else to say. I guess we could get into like some of the other stuff, like how certain videos gave us new characters that would move into the junior era, such as Koopa's new job gave us the character of Chef Peepee, which is his real name, and I'm gonna keep saying his name, and I'm gonna sound like a fucking dumbass. So.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he's like a chef. It's so interesting because when he was first introduced, he's basically insane. He can't even
he's
communicate
he's
properly.
kind of more like Chef Poo Poo, you know.
Yeah.
He's kind
Oh
of more like that,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. His clone. Yeah, he's just
yeah.
like that. Love
He's just
cloning in
kind of
SML.
more insane
Yeah,
than
he's just
anything.
like insane. He cooks a turtle, and that's the video. That's it. Koopa just gets karma because he wanted actually wanted a real job. So that's what you get. Same with Toad's mistake when he just touches a nickel and then he gets just beat senselessly for it.
Oh yeah,
It's
so
really
good.
fucked up, but kind of funny because like he just touched a nickel and he's just getting all of this just for doing that. That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though he did nothing, it's one of the better instances of
Toad did
SML
kind of move
endlessly
into junior era, but he was more for some reason he was more of like
a side character. I'd say he was kind of just like
it was a side character and he acted more mature than his supposed age.
yeah. Sometimes
Cause
he was
like
just like he just annoyed people, but like yeah, like I don't know. Also, there was
sometimes he acts like an adult and sometimes he's like in the first grade. It's crazy.
yeah
Like I don't
another
know what he
another one
does.
that stood out in this era. Before we finally conclude it, is like probably the one where we're introduced to my personal favorite character, who does much more later. Um, Brooklyn guy who's in a video called "When a Cat is Stuck in a Tree," when Toad gets stuck in a tree,
Oh
and then
really?
he's like a firefighter. He has a
Oh.
completely different voice though. He
Oh,
apparently
what's
is
his
voiced by
voice?
someone else. Like he's still Brooklyn, but it's not like Pablo or anything, who is like
Oh, is
the
he like a lot more typical, you know, like
yeah,
that?
it seems so, and he doesn't really do much.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a decent video, though I could be
Okay.
biased because it introduced probably my favorite character. So yeah, there's
He's one of my
that.
favorites.
Yeah,
But
we're
yeah,
there.
it carries on into the junior era. If you don't know what
Yeah.
we're talking about,
So
a junior
is
was
Bowser's son. I don't know if you
Bowser's
know that.
son.
Yeah,
I
he
don't know
was
if you knew that.
introduced beforehand. I noticed while watching the Mario Luigi Super Dumb Adventures, I did see him in that, and I was like, "Oh, that's
He
Junior."
was
He didn't
yeah,
talk.
no,
He
he was
did. He
birthed.
died.
He birthed because of Peach,
Yeah. So
but the
Peach
problem
is
was that
supposedly
he couldn't speak, and second of all, he got shot.
yeah, so
So
yeah, that was
it's
technically
different.
the first time we saw him though, like the plush, but he didn't do anything. He just ran away, and then Black Yoshi killed him. So is what happened
Yeah.
there. And then we did see him later, and like I'm pretty sure it was like the Bowser commercial and stuff, which I
Yeah.
actually enjoyed the
Oh
Bowser
yeah,
juice
I always enjoy the
commercial.
Bowser commercials.
Yeah, I like. I honestly kind of enjoy Bowser as a character sometimes. I think he definitely has his moments. I think he could be a pretty fun character every now and again. And even today, I
Yeah, okay.
sometimes
No,
get laughed.
Bowser's like energy juices. I wish they did those more often. It really showed the more exuberant side of him rather than like the lazy side where he's just like sitting on his this thing
Yeah, I
doing
kind of
nothing.
I think it. Yeah, Logan doesn't
I
use
miss that.
Bowser anymore. He's like barely a character now. So, but we'll get to that in the modern era. So,
Oh no.
yeah, basically, Junior was originally a small character. You know, there was still like other stuff to the channel. You know, there was like other things such as like the um I don't know. There's like other characters who got their spotlight. Also, this was around the time where Logan started like designing real thumbnails and stuff like that. You know, I felt like it was going well. You know, things were like um yeah. I guess Logan's medical problems were like I think they were starting to go away around this time.
Yeah,
But
they were going away around this time.
yeah. But you know, things yeah, he had a girlfriend now. It was also around the time
Chili.
like yeah, we'll get to her he also had like three other channels. Super Luigi Logan, Super Bowser Logan,
Bowser Logan
and
and
Super
Super
Peach
Peach
Logan,
Peach
which would
Logan,
later
which eventually
become
just turned into Chili's
yeah,
channel.
which we'll get to later, like a lot of stuff because there's a lot of SML stuff we have to cover here. So
Oh man, I'm already exhausted early on. All right.
yeah, we got a lot to
Well,
cover, so we're still only on we're already at the junior era, the first like massive era of the series.
oh my god, fuck. Okay.
Yeah, so Junior's Mac and Cheese kind of happened, and then like those start to get more views. We still got some other stuff, I
Okay,
guess,
I'm
from
gonna
other
say it.
characters.
Bowser Jr.'s Macaroni is a terrible video. I hate it.
Yeah, it is bad. Yeah, I didn't like it's this motherfucker. First, he says he isn't hungry, but then he immediately starts complaining and demanding
At
food, even though
least,
like come
at
on.
least, at least modern Junior's a lot more consistent.
Yeah,
Damn,
exactly. Like Jesus,
like
what does
come
this
on.
guy want? Another thing I want to bring up that I find funny. There's one thing I like in the episode is that like in contrast, I like how in the opening Bowser is just like so protective for some reason compared to how he is now,
Yeah,
where he
no,
does
I like the
not
way
give a
that was
shit.
shot, where it's just Junior's clearly not being controlled by anyone, but it's just his dad
It's
just
his dad
smothering him.
smothering him, but it all goes downhill after that though. Like it
Yeah, because
just
at first you're like introduced Junior as he's overbearing. He just doesn't like his dad and he doesn't want to do anything. But then he just suddenly turns into a little fucking brat. And
I don't
it's just
know.
like, oh my god, we get it. Like
All
we
right,
get
I get it.
yeah,
Yeah.
because he just acts like an asshole. Like, wow, what a fucking character.
Yeah.
It's like,
I
okay.
don't think like Junior definitely gets worse in like the newer ages of SML, but you know, as of here it's like
He
yeah,
he gets
here
a
this is the
gamer girl juice, but we'll talk
oh my
about that later. Fuck.
god.
No, it's
Yeah.
fucking
Also, one thing I want to mention, I remember there's like this gag that always felt off to me is that everyone just kind of made fun of Mario for being bald, all because of his hairline was pushed back a little, and everyone was like, he's bald, haha. That's like a made
that,
joke from
that's
him.
still a sort of thing. I don't
It's
know.
sort of. I mean, now he's even more. The puppet version is even more blatantly bald.
Yeah,
They
it's just
exaggerated it even
balding.
more. You know, it just makes his character so depressing now. Yeah, there's like this video where he gets a wig, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
Peach dates
after
son.
junior era, I didn't really need to like rewatch all of it, but I did rewatch a good portion. But yeah,
Yeah,
early on, a junior fucking sucks because he's just
that
a
spoiled brat. He's
child,
just an
a
annoying
spoiled
child.
brat.
Yeah,
He's not an idiot. He's actually quite smart early on
he's kind of
because
a
he just
smartass.
yeah, because he's just trying to strategize every single way to annoy Chef Pee.
Yeah, you
Chef
just feel bad.
Pee,
My main issue with
he
this
doesn't even
stuff.
go insane over it. He's just kind of really sad and
Yeah, it's
pathetic.
kind of Logan defends this stuff when it comes to like this and also Mario and Jeffy, which to me is a much worse dynamic compared to this one, if I'm being honest. But in this case,
Honestly, because you know, because Junior is so innocent, unlike Jeffy, who's intentionally malicious and
yeah,
constantly just a stereotype. It's just
yeah, we'll get to
a lot
Jeffy
more
later.
innocent. Even early on, even when I hate Junior, at least like Chef Pee-Pee's reactions can be funny. Like,
Yeah, I think he's a good character because it feels like, Lavelle does a good job of voicing him. I know there's rumors of him not being the best person, having
we'll talk about the
drugs, blah blah
Lavelle
blah.
rant later.
Yeah. We'll talk about as we get into stuff like the Jeffy era. I feel like that's when we could go like in
That's when we'll
depth
get
on
into
some
the
of like
drama.
yeah, because I feel like that's when SML really got bigger, and that led to more drama, people basing their careers off of it and shit. That's when
Yeah,
it was starting
fucking
to blow
crazy
up.
shit.
But I think this was around the time also that like I think in the middle of like the Angry Birds series, Logan also like started to work with Pablo, who, in my opinion, is the best SML cast member. Doesn't seem
The
to have
best.
gone in
The
any
GOAT.
like actual drama. He seems like a nice guy.
He
And he,
does have a Twitter, he does have an Instagram, but he doesn't post often there. He lives a secluded life where he doesn't need to get bothered by whatever modern SML is. Fucking
yeah,
Christ.
but I can respect that. I can respect that.
I can respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In terms of the characters, I don't know. Also, Mario broke up with Peach, I guess, and I don't like Peach's character earlier on. I mean,
And
I'm
Peach
glad she's
was
not a character
just
anymore.
a growly
I
whore.
think Lance voiced her for a while, and her voice was
Yeah,
so
that's
annoying.
why her voice was so
Yeah, I
bad.
forgot to bring that up. That's kind of why I wanted to bring up her
Yeah.
character briefly.
Uh,
But I'm like, yeah, that was annoying. Every
that
other
was really
character
fucking
was kind of
annoying.
just fine, except like Junior, who was just like annoying here.
Junior early on was just really fucking annoying. I don't
Yeah.
understand.
There's this one that I just kind of annoy. There's this one that's so stupid. It's only 3
Because
minutes.
the format early on is just like, oh, Junior asks for food, then Chef Pee makes food, but he doesn't like food, so he annoys him or destroys food. Cycle repeat. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
that's not
The
really
other
funny.
characters also ended up being more shafted, like Shrek, Black Yoshi, Woody. They ended up appearing less. It felt like so. There was also that, which was a huge thing. And they sometimes appeared still and had like
There is
occasions
a
of
Shrek's homemade cheesecake where instead of
yeah.
Junior, it's Shrek bothering Chef Pee.
Yeah, and he makes like this gross looking cheesecake, and yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I don't like most
I
of these
don't
ones,
get
but
it.
whatever. I mean, like honestly, not all of Logan's content is terrible. So like sometimes it can form like minor, like small expectations, but still expectations nonetheless.
We still do have series going on because Black Yoshi and the birds are still going on,
Yeah, Junior
and
even
to
appeared in
introduce a new
like the
series. Yeah,
Junior
no,
and
it's
the
stupid and crazy
yeah,
adventures. Yeah,
he was
yeah.
in that briefly. Uh, yeah. Also, there's the one I forgot to mention, but this other video that annoyed me. It was the one where
Uh,
like Bowser ended up having. It was only 3 minutes, but it was still like a stupid video that I have no idea why Logan made. But basically, Bowser wants to. Someone ate Bowser's Doritos, and then even when
huh.
Junior, for some reason, tries to tell his dad that he ate his Doritos, Bowser just frames Chef Pee, and then he's just forced to
Huh?
clean the house. It's like, why? Also, why is Junior like fessing up to this crime? That doesn't seem like something he'd do at
That's
all.
very not in Junior's character.
Exactly. If anything, he
Yeah,
blamed Chef Pee. Like, jeez.
yeah.
Speaking of Chef Pee, he ended up quitting one time, and that became a series.
But yeah, the first series in this SML Junior era thing that originated from here is Bowser's Biggest Fear, which became really repetitive, like
There's only
by
3 of
the
them
second
though,
one.
so it doesn't really bother me. It's just I'm
Yeah, it doesn't
watching
bother
like
me.
a movie, I guess. Bowser gets
And it's
scared.
just a different food, and then Bowser gets scared, and it's
Yeah.
joke cycle repeat.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
that
There's
was
also the
fine.
Happy Meal one, which I feel like was one of Logan's first videos to actually blow up, which is kind of why this led into the Junior era in a lot of ways, where Logan started using him to the point where it ended up like taking over the channel. Other characters became
Yeah,
shafted.
yeah, no, because you could tell immediately after Bowser Jr.'s Happy Meal, Mario and Bowser's Stupid and Crazy Adventures didn't really do well.
I
Then they
didn't.
did Shrek, and
Yeah,
they did Shrimp a Hunter, but
they
then
did Luigi's Mansion as well. I remember that.
yeah, no, the Luigi's Mansion was another thing that started around this time. That's a neat series because it's very atmospheric for SML.
Yeah,
Another
the
thing about
dark
it
thing.
is
I think there was a FNAF reference in one of the episodes as well.
yeah, and another thing is that they use like the other Luigi, which we don't see very
Yeah, we don't
often.
see it always felt like he was just kind of there. The other Luigi, it's always Mama Luigi who gets the focus. So
Yeah, I
like,
like Luigi and his personality, and I really like the gags with the ghosts that constantly appear,
yeah,
like
I like the
Chef Pee
scene in the Luigi's
Junior.
Mansion thing when he gets like sent to hell, and then him and Craig, the devil, who is a fun side
Yeah,
character,
yeah.
ends up just walking through this Hall of Fame, and you see all these stupid images of like random villains and shit
Oh,
on
this
the wall.
episode
I
too,
like,
where
I
for
like.
some reason like Toad comes back to life and then screws everything up.
Oh yeah, just lets everything go away. Stupid
Yeah.
Toad. Classic
Oh
Toad.
yeah,
Toad was like
and
the
Luigi's.
punching bag in the early ones. Like everyone fucking hated him. Like Shrek, Black Yoshi always tried to fucking kill him. There's a
Yeah, that
scene where
was
Black Yoshi
crazy.
even sent like a fucking nuke specifically on Toad and killed him. Like Jesus Christ. It was kind of funny. I mean, Toad sure didn't really do anything, but it's funny because how exaggerated it is over such a stupid thing. It's kind of to show how these people, some of these characters are just fucking lunatics. So I think some of it could lead to be kind of funny. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. I'll say this more when we're in the Jeffy era, but I understand completely why some people hate SML and this stupid stuff. Because yeah, it's not good at all. Like
Oh no,
objectively,
no, no, no.
no, no, no. But in terms of entertainment, it's definitely interesting for me, and I just think going through it was like just an interesting thing to do. That's kind of why I did this, because I thought I had like a lot of things I think I could say that could lead to an interesting episode. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of the origin of this video, but we also had other stuff. But
Yeah, no, Luigi's Mansion started to progress and then Toad degressed it and then we started to progress and then it just stopped.
yeah, I guess because Logan, like, I know we're skipping ahead here because we still have quite a bit to say about the like original House Junior. But when Logan moved into the apartment, he couldn't continue certain series like the Chef PB Quits one, where Chef PB quits and goes on a bunch of jobs, including staying at the FNAF place. Haha, the FNAF reference.
Yeah, no, the
Do you know
weird
what
thing
that?
is we start off with like all the characters in the house,
Yeah, the
but then we
timeline
get
doesn't make
to
sense to him. Apparently, I think that's what he
because
said.
okay, after the shrimp episode, he like enters this door and he meets Craig
Yeah.
and then he starts to talk to everyone. And another thing that happens, both coincidentally, just like Chef Pee series, is they eventually end up going to the FNAF place, and I think that was the last
No,
of the
the last
Luigi's
one was when
Mansion.
he became the oh yeah, yeah, I don't. I think there was like another one after in like the apartment where he tried to film it again, but it didn't end up working. But also, like for Chef PB Quits, I think it ended on Chef PB being the Grim Reaper. So, yeah,
Yeah,
that was actually Chef PB Quits had its moments. Like I like the fourth episode where he works for Goodman, who's a pretty funny character. FNAF one, though I'm biased there for that one. That
yeah,
series
no,
had its moments.
because I like the Goodman one. I do like the Firefire one,
The
or
fire?
whatever it
Wait,
was.
what? The fire? You mean the police one?
Oh yeah, no, I meant the
That is
police one.
not
Damn
police.
it.
The fire. I was confused for a second. Also, there was like the first. The worst part of the series probably was like with the first video. Like in ordering for a reason to get Mr. PP or whatever the fuck. Anyways, the reason he ends up like quitting is because apparently it's because Bowser and Junior
I don't
are
know.
just at their
Part one
absolute
is like
worst.
I don't know. Part one is just the worst because it's basically torture porn,
Yeah, it tries.
and
I guess it gives them a
it's
reason
a
for him to leave, but
really,
still,
really dragged out like
exactly.
fucking setup. And then part two is where we pick up. It's like, oh, the police officer. He's a cop. He's a pig. It's
Yeah.
like fine.
Yeah.
And then Chef Pee quits. Part three is like, oh, it's more Shrek bathroom jokes, and he has to clean up all this shit. And eventually, like, Brooklyn guy is just like acting so apathetic towards all this, and Chef Pee is just very disoriented by everything
Yeah.
that's happening.
I think it's good. Best way to break down this era, just kind of putting some certain videos that I thought would mention. I kind of like the one
Yeah.
where Black Yoshi babysits Junior because I think it's a nice twist on the usual Junior annoying someone concept, with Black Yoshi just not caring for him at all and literally threatening to fucking kill him at some points.
I mean, that's Black Yoshi for you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's two. These are two characters that I
He
think
was a
is pretty
lot
funny
less
to
of a
pair up.
beggar back then, but more of a, he took action
Gangster, yeah.
instead.
But I feel like
Yeah.
that led to some funny jokes.
Yeah.
Another one I kind of One I want to mention because it's really stupid and dark is the one where Bowser gets depressed because his favorite show, Charlie and
Yeah,
Friends.
Bowser's depression. Because at first we had this really drawn out scene where it's like, oh, Junior doesn't recognize that he's killing himself. He's hanging himself. It's like, and then
He
Chef Pee Pee
fucking kills
saves
himself.
him.
It's so dark. This gets so dark. You can tell that Logan, like I said, he was doing more edgy jokes, which is like kind of
And
the
then
appeal to some of
and
this
then Chef
stuff
Pee
for me.
Pee and then Bowser Jr. make their own like version of Charlie and
Yeah.
Friends. It's fine, and it's really dragged out for a joke because they're like, "Oh, Chef Pee Pee do this," and then it results in Chef Pee Pee embarrassing himself. The best part is when he's in the shower and then Junior films him there, and then Bowser starts laughing, and then Chef Pee Pee leaves out of embarrassment. And
Yeah.
then,
Uh-huh.
then it just ends because I'm like, oh, Charlie and Friends is back because we've been going on for like 18 minutes, and now we just suddenly conclude this without Bowser changing or learning, but everything going back to the status quo.
Yeah, it's such a stupid and yeah. Remember the summer school series? Did you watch that?
Yeah, yeah, no, I watched that. There's also the Nerf gun stuff. The first one, which is a lot less ambitious than the other Nerf gun one,
Yeah.
because that one is just more of a Chef Pee Pee gets annoyed. Junior therefore does this, but therefore this happens, then this happens, but therefore this happens. And it's like constant cycles. Like, and then
Mhm.
Chef Pee Pee hits Bowser in the eye, and then that's it.
Yeah, we
It's
also get
really weird.
introduced to new characters, like more stuff with Chef Pee and Brooklyn Guy, like stated. Also, we get introduced to Junior's two friends,
Oh,
Joseph
I
and
think
Cody.
we get introduced to Jackie Chu, right?
Yeah, him as well, who ends up
Yeah,
being like
he's
a
in
teacher, who's
The
another
Fly.
kind of
Yeah, because
a
we
pretty
have The
offensive
Fly, and then we
character.
also have Summer School. The
Yeah,
Fly is just really weird.
yeah.
I don't
I just feel
understand that
bad for
one.
Chef Pee if I'm being honest. I do like the Fly problem though, because I thought that one was kind of like amusing in some way.
Yeah,
Like that one was kind of charming. But the actual Fly, yeah, I don't like that one. It's weird because apparently Logan, I remember out of all videos, Logan's made so many terrible videos. Um, but then for some reason he hates the Fly problem for some reason, which is considered to be one of his like better videos he's made by like his fans, which like is kind of weird to think about. I don't even know why he hates it, but he just hates it for some reason. Like it's not a great, amazing or anything, but solid.
yeah.
So,
There's Bowser's new son. Do you remember this one?
oh, isn't that the one where like his son is like Link or
Link.
something?
Yeah, Toon
Yeah,
Link.
that was weird.
They find out he has a son for some reason,
Yeah, and then they
and like
just
he's coming over, and then they prepare for it, and then when he comes over, he just ruins everything by destroying stuff, and then that's it.
wait, what? Wait, you're talking about Bowser's son, right? I'm pretty sure that
Yeah,
one.
new son.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure like he was just like a clone made by Chef Pee out of memory. I don't think that happened. I don't think he ever
Oh yeah,
came up.
yeah, new son. Yeah, that's what I meant. Like,
Okay, I was confused for a
because he was like he made a potion and he makes a new son, and then it's just like oh,
yeah, and then
and
nothing
he
really
can't
comes from
speak, and
it.
then nothing really happens, and then Junior walks in and does some shit.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. Shit just happens in some of this stuff. Like the summer school
Yeah.
series, I enjoy in a lot of areas.
See, the
Like
summer school series I enjoy because it's very
the jokes are just
it's
yeah,
centered, but at the same time episodic because you have oh they have to introduce uh, their guardians jobs, and then it's like show and tell, and it's
yeah,
very normal. It
yeah,
doesn't It's very just traditional. First grade is where it's at because there's a lot more that happens there.
yeah. I do
Summer
like
school does lead to it does lead to Vassar Junior's summer vacation, which is just them
more
going
of the same
places.
shit. They just go to Chuck E. Cheese and
Yeah, no,
yeah.
there's this weird category of episodes where they go places and they do a bunch of improv,
Yeah,
like
this was
the
like
Disney
one of
World.
those things with like it was like a lot of like vlog. It was like vlogging basically, but Logan turned
Yeah,
it into a video and thought it would be entertaining for some reason to watch plush characters just
I
go to
loved
Chuck E. Cheese.
I love the Disney World ones, even though those are really fucking
Oh
boring.
yeah, when I was younger, I for some reason liked them too. I don't know why. They're really boring if you look. Like
They're really
both
boring when you
parts
look back on
equal
it.
an hour of him just going to Disney World. But I guess we're jumping ahead there a
The
little.
most that
But
happens is that they're in one of the dark rides. I think it's the Buzz Lightyear one.
yeah,
And just breaks down, and they're like, "Oh my god, what's gonna happen
Yeah,
now?"
it's the
And then
same system. Junior and Chef Pee go on a ride. Chef Pee freaks out because he's a pussy, and Junior starts screaming because he's a brat. And then that's kind of it.
Cody
Repeat
is
for
super
fucking.
gay and doesn't know what to do. Then he pukes, and then
Can
they
we
have to
talk
wait
about
it out.
early Cody, who's introduced in summer
Oh,
school, who's like
early Cody is
it's
so
so
weird.
different. Yeah, I know.
Fuck, man.
Like Chef Pee he couldn't even talk properly. He just kept saying he had
Cause,
a medical disorder or something.
cause I know
He
he's like a
breathed
nerd. He's
incredibly
always been a
heavily.
nerd. He's always been a nerd. But the thing is, he's a lot less gay and outgoing, but more of a just a nerd in general. He's a very insecure fucking. He's
Yeah,
very not social, and that's why.
exactly.
And early on, he's portrayed as he never has friends,
Yeah, that
and he
was
doesn't actively want one. But then,
exactly.
later on, like he wants boyfriends. He's also asking people to come to his pillow fort. Then he's
Yeah.
also trying to get
I
hunky,
think he
and then he's
only
just
became gay because he saw a Ken doll, and that's when that gay came
yeah,
from.
and yeah. Basically, Summer Vacation was the turning point for his
Yeah,
character.
that's when he be yeah. In the summer school one, he was basically
Yeah.
just like a weird nerdy kid, and apparently it was based off of someone who was in like Logan's school class once. Also,
Uh,
in terms of my favorite ones from summer school, it was probably like the firefighter one with Brooklyn guy because just his
and then that causes a
sarcastic
fire.
the
Like
fu-
part 7 causes a fire after that.
Yes, that was so funny. The police one was good. It was just charming because of like the characters, the random wacky
Ooh,
characters, and all
wait,
the
there's
stupid
Bowser's
jokes.
video game. You remember this one?
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
this
when
one
they
was
like
really
crafted
weird.
some video game and it was just Bowser
Yeah,
who was
Charlie and Friends,
playing
the
it.
video game, and it's just him playing it.
Yeah.
It's really funny to me because it's not just concept equals it'll make a good video. They actually put effort into it. He has to set up and they have to do the controls. It's very basic, but they have to put some effort into him driving,
Exactly.
set
Yeah.
up the shots, and there's like
There was
actually
some
really
there was some
entertaining
effort put
segments.
into these early on because you could tell that Logan and just the people who was hired at the time, like it seemed like they were having some fun. So
Oh
I
yeah, I
give them that.
forgot. In summer school, Chili shows up. She's just one of the
Yeah,
background
she's
students.
just
She has
like
black
yeah.
hair.
Also, on one video I
Uh,
want to mention just from the specific scene, Chef Pee lottery ticket is a whatever video except for that amazing scene where Chef Pee says "fuck you" and just roasts the shit out of Bowser, Toad, and Junior. So I thought that was like I don't know if you remember that scene,
oh
but
yeah, I remember that.
yeah,
That's funny.
yeah, nice to see some. But yeah, also this was around the time like with all this stuff, they established new stuff like
They had
Bowser
Shy
had a
Guy. They had all the other side characters. That never went anywhere.
Yeah, Bowser had a
Oh,
mom at some point that apparently fans like hated, and yeah, I didn't like her either. I thought it was like,
Then there's Bowser's wife, which
oh my god,
that was
that was
confusing because he
so
had the
weird. It looked like it was basically like the same Bowser plush, but it like I don't know. She had this annoying voice. There's even a scene where she
yeah.
like does let's
Yeah.
just say does something very naughty to Chef Pee Pee. So
Oh
yeah, that
my.
that one is awful. That video. But
And then there's
luckily
the
Logan
other
never.
one where he brings the Kooplings, and then
Yeah.
that happens, and they try to set up something, then nothing happens. Then they try for a second time, but that's for later
Yeah.
during the
And there's
apartment
also
era.
the fucking like the Home Alone one. That one is awful. I
Well,
hate that
that one is awful because
because
Junior is
Logan,
not
no,
just
yeah,
he amps up like Kevin McAllister's psychotic like nature to
yeah.
11 with Junior. It's
It,
insane.
it's so weird because Junior also doesn't even know these people are robbers. He thinks they're babysitters, and then near the end, Bowser goes to jail for some reason. Like, sure, he left Junior alone, but like, Junior doesn't get punished for anything. Like,
He literally burned a man in an oven
yeah.
and then
Also,
like shot multiple bowling balls into like their
like
bodies. Like
Jesus Christ, it's not even funny. It's just cruel. Like the second one
it's
is
really fucking
better.
cruel.
I think the second one's better because it like takes advantage that he's a complete other psychopath better, and he's at least aware almost
Yeah, and also
immediately
it's not like
about
he's
it.
using like nail guns, he's using like Nerf guns and
Yeah,
like
You
more
know,
safer
it's
items.
funnier, and also that one has like freaking Elmo and shit, and it ends up being more funnier. But this one is just
Oh, I love Elmo in that
fucking
video. It's great.
yeah. I like the scene
Yeah.
where Brooklyn guy's wife dies, and then he just starts laughing because he's so happy that his wife died. You see, that's
Yeah.
why he's my favorite. Speaking of Brooklyn guy, also the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire ones are also good. I like those.
They're all really good because of Brooklyn Guy's narration.
Yeah,
and the
his
way he just,
reaction
like,
to all the stupid questions, such as the devil
one of the
getting all these
funniest
questions over
Jeffy
those trap.
jokes. One of the funniest Jeffy jokes. I know we're skipping ahead, but one of the funniest Jeffy jokes is in the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire one, where he's just smacking his pee-pee, and he's like, Jeffy, yeah,
Jeffy, you're gonna get us canceled.
Canceled.
See,
It's
this joke
it's
would be
mostly
awful
Brooklyn Guy.
if it wasn't for Brooklyn Guy. Yeah,
if it was just like complete silence,
it would have been all. It would have been a stupid joke, but Brooklyn Guy's reaction to it makes it really funny.
He made it so much better. He makes it so much better.
And just his I like that episode because it's just Brooklyn Guy who carries them. Like the other characters in those, like that one also had Rosalina, another character I don't like, who we'll get to later. But in that one, she's really annoying. And Brooklyn Guy's reaction to all this nonsense is the peak of this series, and it's why it's some of the best content Logan has made. Honestly, Logan, bring back this series, the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Make a fourth one. Like, come on, that's what you need. I know you're running out of ideas, man. You're definitely running out of ideas. So like,
he's been running this channel for over 15 years.
exactly.
I think
Bring back some old stuff.
Yeah.
One of the biggest ones that in the SML fandom that does exist, one of the biggest ones was the Big Thanksgiving, which was one that I heard.
Oh, that was big because Mama Luigi, he makes an appearance in there.
Yeah,
everyone's
a lot
in
of
there.
characters were there. It's like a culmination of everything. It was an amazing video as a whole, but it's a charming to see it all together.
It's charming.
Yeah,
because it's mostly innocent. It's okay.
Yeah, I like the Super Bowl commercial one was funny. I like that. All the stupid commercials. The Dorito commercial, like, jeez.
There's the start of a game night, then there's the start of Bowser Jr.'s playtime, both in,
the game night one is just kind of whatever. It's mostly just them playing games. I do like the
it's mostly like
one,
Cody just, like, taking advantage of everything. And
okay. There's one game night I really like, but that's, like, way on. It's, like, the 7th one, but that's only because it has Chef Pee-Pee and Brooklyn Guy in it, so...
they carry that, and then the gymnastic thing. The gymnastic opening is so good. It's so funny.
It's so funny. God, that was a big off. I don't mind Black Yoshi's in Trouble either. That one was fine. I don't know if you watched that one.
Bowser Jr.'s pool party, it's alright.
It's alright. I don't know.
There's Shrek's Crappy Wish.
Oh my god. That one was like... I can't understand Logan's thought process on some of these. Like, what did he think was so hilarious of getting Mario to eat Shrek's shit in such a graphic and terrifying scene where he's screaming in agony. He's throwing. Why did he do this? Like, what?
Because it's funny.
It's funny. He does this a lot. Like, he defends characters like actually getting tortured, like Mario and Chef Pee-Pee. He says that they're just getting annoyed, but I sure Mario's just getting annoyed when he's eating shit, He's not getting tortured. He's just getting annoyed here, guys. It's fine. It's like, I don't understand Logan's thought process sometimes.
He definitely doesn't think these things out.
One of the worst ones I see is probably the April Fool's Day one. I don't know if that one with the...
Oh, which one was that?
It's the one where Chef Pee-Pee fucking dies at the end.
That one.
That one is terrible.
See, the main ones I remember for April Fool's one is the Jeffy watches paint dry one.
That was an April... Apparently fans got pissed since they thought that was the SML movie. So
wait, why did people think that?
Because it was like an hour, I'm pretty sure. I think that's why. So I think that's the only reason. Since it was like
they forget it was April Fool's Day.
I guess so. And then they
got remember Chef Pee-Pee's family?
Oh, that
how it's like royalty for some reason. Even in another episode of Chef Pee-Pee's dad is a sailor or some shit,
and it turns out it wasn't his father, and he's just like he just came to drink their beer. Also an episode where
even though they spent all this time setting up all this, and there's nothing impactful about it, because both of them are lying, and they learn to not lie.
Yeah.
How riveting.
Yeah. Wow. Also, there's Mario's video where he goes on a date with Kirby. that one was...
I don't remember that one.
Interesting. Yeah, that one's
Yeah.
weird. Apparently, Brooklyn guy who's like Cupid ends up setting Mario on a date with Kirby, and then it's revealed that Kirby's a man, so Mario breaks it off with him. So it was like a weird thing. I don't know. It's a weird video.
Ooh, there's Wario and Waluigi scan. I haven't watched that,
I
but
don't
it's
think
such
I
an
have
odd one out.
either. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
it's
weird
weird
one. I
because
think
it's
that
such
was
an
the
odd one. I haven't watched
only
it in
appearance.
years.
I think it was the only appearance of these two characters, so that was weird.
It's
I love them
crazy.
just threw
I'm
these
skimming through
characters
this
in.
video. I'm skimming through this.
Yeah, I think
I
it
don't
was just
understand what's
about
going on.
Wario and Waluigi being homeless, and
They
then they
just
just
really
try.
want to get into like Mario's safe. I remember this. Okay.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I think I watched this. I don't really remember, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was a weird one. Yeah.
Yeah, I already talked about Koopa's Kids, and then there's the Pokemon series, which I did not watch.
Oh, yeah. It's been ages since I've watched that one. Yeah. I don't know. I think, oh, honestly, the one I remember is that they just kept roasting Bulbasaur. Like, what did Bulbasaur do? Why does everyone, like, they kept making fun of Bulbasaur for some reason. I
Then there's the
remember.
two FNAF appearances where one was going
Oh,
to
yeah.
Cody's. Well, we already know about the Luigi Mansion one,
Yeah,
but
but
the
Cody's,
Cody's
doesn't that just
sleepover is
come in near
terrifying.
the end? Yeah, that
Yeah,
does.
no, that's so out of nowhere because eventually it's actually really well done. Where it's like they see like the animatronics for just briefly,
Dun, dun.
and
Yeah,
there's
this was
like a
around the
build up
time where
to
like
it.
the internet was in its like FNAF era, so I think
Yeah,
Logan, there was more.
yeah,
The fact that
I
there's
remember.
more than
I remember
one.
the original view count for it was like 15 million or some shit. It was crazy.
Yeah. Too bad the channel was deleted, but we're not even at that yet.
We're not that yet,
Yeah,
but yeah.
yeah. There's the first grade series started where the teacher was a pedophile, so there was
Yeah,
also
that
that.
one's my favorite part where he's just like fucking.
He's just a
He's like
fucking
taking
lunatic.
pictures. Yeah, so he has taking pictures with his phone. It's like,
He's
oh
such
yeah,
a
that's going in the
lunatic. Like it's
collection.
so uncomfortable, but it's also kind of funny.
And I like how it all pays off in the end, where he like destroys the whole
Yeah.
school.
Oh, one
And
of
it's
my
great.
like favorite other side characters I remember liking was the principal played by Lavelle.
Oh yeah, no, the principal's so funny.
Yeah,
Like,
it's funny because
he's
of his
so
overacting. Like, say what you want about
yeah,
Lavelle as a person, but like, at least he can act well. I'll give him that.
yeah.
So, yeah. But dang, yeah, that was a fun character.
There's Bowser Jr.'s punishment, which is really fucking dark
Yeah,
because
it has such a weird tone. It's like focuses on Bowser beating
it's like a
Junior.
psychological horror of
Yeah,
just
he
like
even
him just
hangs
being
himself.
stuck in this corner.
He gets like so messed up due to the corner, like to the point where he
Yeah,
fucking hangs himself. Like
yeah, it's
what
fucking
the hell?
crazy.
It's such a
I don't get
weird
what that was
tone. I don't
about.
understand
And
why
then the
they
next
just throw him
Bowser
in these
Jr.
dark
video was
ones.
like him destroying the house with the Coke and Mentos.
But
Like,
yeah,
wow.
I don't remember much about that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
he went Junior went bowling once. That one was boring. Honestly, all the goes to ones are just fucking boring.
They're all boring
It's
because they're
fucking
just
boring.
going somewhere because they're just doing a vlog. This sets the tone for the whole episode. It's fucking
Exactly.
boring.
It's
Like, come
fucking
on.
boring.
Like,
Yeah, it's lame. I
see,
don't.
when you see Junior asking to go to a certain place, this sets the tone for the rest of the video. It's
Exactly.
fucking boring. Like, who
Who
cares?
cares? Yeah.
Ah,
I don't know. I guess we could
just talk about boring politics. This is a movie for kids. Like, come on. I don't get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the turning point after this is after it's Bowser's house fire,
Yeah. And
which when
actually,
they
I
all
think there's
move
like
out.
one episode video I might want to mention before we get to that next one.
Yeah.
There's also Junior's pet, which is when he gets a skunk and then just starts spraying it at people, I guess.
Oh,
Like,
I forgot to mention
that's not till
Bowser
the end,
Jr.'s
though.
midnight snack.
Oh, that one's also really annoying. It's just like, yeah.
He begs for food, and the only really entertaining part is the ending where he
He
pumps
fucking
up
blows
gas.
up the car and then
Yeah, no,
he just
he's like,
yeah.
I'm gonna fill up gas because part is gas, and then just the whole fucking thing explodes.
Yeah.
Also, I like Tito's really bad at acting, but
Oh,
the one
yeah.
part where, but the one part where he's like, "I'm gonna kill you all if you ever come
that
back."
was funny.
It's so good.
He just
That's
comes.
so good.
I would have been like scared if I saw that. Like Jesus.
He's a menace.
Yeah.
Menace.
I don't know. There's a lot we could bring
there's
up.
there's Chef Poo Poo's kitchen disaster. That one's great.
I think that was in the apartment, though. Speaking of the apartment,
Yeah.
the whole thing with Bowser's house moving down, since Logan was actually moving into an apartment.
So they were moving to an apartment, and their excuse was Bowser Jr. leaves a candle on.
Yeah, it's all because of Doofy the dragon, a dragon that always wants to commit suicide. And no joke, I actually have that puppet.
You do?
Yeah, I
Wait, you
do.
do?
I do.
Oh my god.
I don't know where
Oh
it
my
is
god.
now. It's probably somewhere like I don't know where it is now, but
Okay. If you find it, take a picture of it. I need this.
I'll try and find it. Yeah, I
Oh
also have
my
one of
god.
Chef Pee. I'm pretty sure. So.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Holy shit.
Yeah, I know. I didn't have any much Mario
I
plushes
knew
though.
you said you own like Chef PV, but oh my god, that's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. I just got
Wow.
them one day because I saw that on YouTube, and I was like, "Wow, I have the puppet from the video I watched when I was a baby." Actually, it
Yeah,
wasn't that young, but still.
Yeah, but yeah, Chef Poo Poo's Kitchen Disaster is basically really one elongated just destruction video. It's great.
Uh-huh.
Appreciate that
Yeah.
one.
Also, yeah. So Bowser's house moves down, and then yeah, they just move into an apartment. Things happen. Some funny lines from the Brooklyn guy, and then Mario's
Yeah.
family also moves in. Now, I just want to
Yeah.
talk about that real quick. Also, that video is like the last time we see Tony the Tiger. I'm pretty sure, who just
Aw,
disappears after that.
sucks.
But
Yeah.
also just want to mention in that video. But okay, this is a lot of people living in one house. I just want to say, I know this
I
is
don't know
weird
how
to
that
point
works.
out. Yeah,
I don't know how that
obviously, yeah. I know there's plot holes like
For the old house, you can kind of understand how it works. Like you get the general, just like Chef Pee-Pee's on the
yeah.
couch. Bowser has his own room. Tony the Tiger
Mhm.
and like fucking Shrek, they live in their own areas.
Yeah.
And Black Yoshi has this like small room, and then Mario, I don't know where he goes, but you know, there's like a general gist to everything.
Yeah.
This is such a small apartment. Like, how do you move everyone in? Like, I don't
Exactly,
understand.
it's weird. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I guess we could talk about these videos since this is when we're getting like into more modern ages.
There's the first Switching Bodies episode. I haven't rewatched this one, but
oh yeah,
it is the first one.
I just remember.
It's the first of like 5 or something. It's like bullshit.
Yeah, I think I remember Chef Pee in Junior's body basically making Junior sound like a Nazi. I remember that. Like Jesus, like I forgot how edgy and messed
my
up
favorite
these jokes
regime
can be.
Wow.
Like
Yeah.
wow, it's like it's fun, and Logan gets surprised later on when he gets demonetized.
Oh, speaking of dark episodes, yeah, this is when we get into more darker episodes. The first one for me was Chef Pee-Pee's mistake. Do you remember this one?
Oh, it was when he ran over the dog and then he ended up like going. Yeah, that one was so dark. That one was like just.
Yeah, that was really fucking dark because like
yeah.
his dog haunts him and he doesn't realize what's
and
happening.
He gets thrown in a mental asylum by the end of it, and then it's like, wow, is this what was that, Logan? Is this funny? Is it supposed to be funny? I don't understand. Don't understand some of the. 99% of the time, there's so many moments where I just don't understand the thought process Logan has with this.
Yeah, no, it just becomes suddenly a really tragic, like mentally ill case of just Chef Pee-Pee feeling just guilt over this fucking dog that he accidentally ran over. It's weird. Like,
Yeah.
are we supposed to feel bad for the dog because we're supposed to like shame Chef Pee-Pee when all he does was it was an accident? It's crazy.
Yeah,
yeah,
weird stuff. First grade continued that series, more of the same stuff.
Yeah. There's Bowser Jr.'s broken leg where he just abuses. Yeah, there's always like 5 different types of Junior episodes where one it's he goes to insert place here. Then one of them is like he abuses all his friends. The other one he gets karma, or the other one he just annoys someone.
Yeah.
And this one falls into abusing other people category.
Exactly. So, yeah.
Oh yeah. There's the Disney World videos. We already talked about that.
There's the one. There's the one with the alligator, the crocodile thing.
Oh, remember the sticky situation?
Oh, that one when he like lose the toilet and then Shrek gets.
I think this is all the stuff I enjoy personally because this is when all the stuff like starts to get really just
honestly
formatted well.
One joke I like in that video that always makes me laugh for some reason is the scene where Mario calls Brooklyn guy And Brooklyn guy looks at the glue and he says, "This glue is so strong it could have held together my marriage." And I just started laughing for some
Oh yeah,
reason.
no, I remember that joke. That was great.
Yeah, you see, he makes
The,
good jokes. You know, it's funny because he has this fun,
yeah.
sarcastic attitude, and you can tell that Pablo is like having such a good fun time voicing him. That's why he's like my favorite character.
There's Bowser Goes to the Movies
Oh,
where
that.
he just throws around popcorn
Oh my
everywhere,
God, the
and
amount
the
of
fact that he had to
popcorn.
rent out a whole theater for that, and someone had to clean all that up. That
Yeah.
sucks.
I don't know. I find it funny
Oh,
seeing Bowser just be a menace to society. Also, we
oh
watched
yeah,
this one together. It was like the one where he got his driver's license. That one was funny because once again, Brooklyn
yeah.
guy's reaction. So
To everything, him calling for spaghetti, and then the whole fucking
yeah,
situation. It's
the
great.
the warp pipe one, which is one that Logan can never
This
like
one's
remake because of the copyright thing and cease and desist letter, which we'll get to later.
this one's really creative. I like this one where they're trying to figure out a way to
Uh,
for Mario to easily get around because it's based off the games. It's also very creative use of the game material, and it's like really well done. Plus, it's pretty funny. I really like the montages that happen, and that Brooklyn guy announces them every single time. It's great.
exactly. Yeah. There's the lemonade stand one where Junior runs a lemonade stand. I actually kind of
And
enjoyed
then,
this one.
yeah, I like this one because this is when we first see Cody do something
Yeah,
more
and I like
than
how
just
Junior
being
gets
like.
his comeuppance by the end for being such an asshole. So yeah,
But yeah, as for disturbing ones, there's the drone where
yeah. Apparently
Junior's
the
tongue gets
fans
cut off.
hated this video, and like it's
Yeah, fans
bad.
hated it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's
bad,
not
but like,
good,
who
but like
cares?
there's far worse, which we get to, especially in the Jeffy era, which is like, yeah, which trust me, we are getting too soon. Um,
There's also the Pluto jokes, and also the sun is not a planet jokes that
oh
start
yeah,
up
that gag, and they made
more.
an entire video on it with Junior going to the sun. I actually kind of
It
like
was
that
when.
one.
Oh yeah, I like that. I love that one because it's just like it all
Yeah, I
they're like
like,
building up to this, and it's just nothing happens.
and
It's
then
great.
Junior died. I like the excuse Brooklyn guy gives at the end when he just says, he was so stupid that we wanted him to purposefully die, so that's why we sent him to the sun. Just to
Yeah, no,
come.
because at first you'd like, why would anyone want to do this? Like, whose idea was this? But
Exactly,
then
it's so
but
weird.
then I love how it turns around. It's like everyone fucking hates Junior, and this is his comeuppance.
You
Like,
know.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
I just like it when Junior gets tortured. It's so fun.
Uh, yeah, especially since little time Junior doesn't even get his comeuppance for what he does, so it's satisfying to
Yeah.
see that every now and again. The perfect plan was something interesting because basically
Yeah,
Logan.
that was one of the most high production efforts of SML because it was an attempt at a serious video and a return to form for like serialized content.
Yeah,
But
basically, it was Logan trying to experiment because he thought like his videos nowadays weren't really like following the actual Mario plot, and it was like his own thing. He threw in a bunch of random characters, like new characters he made, like Chef Pee and Brooklyn Guy, who ended up being his own characters, and then there was like Shrek and Woody, who weren't even Mario characters. So like he ended up making this, and it's
yeah.
actually okay, you know. Like I like the use
The
of the
Bowser
Bowser
puppets
puppet.
really well done. I like the visual effects, and I also like how atmospheric it is compared to other videos.
Yeah, like there's this nice lighting, you know. I
Yeah, it's
can
a nice
somewhat
line to all of
appreciate
it.
it. There's the Ratatouille parody, which I don't mind, I guess.
Yeah.
The burger
There's
one.
Mario's no girlfriend where we introduced Rosalina.
I just want to say the introduction. Honestly, she's just so annoying. Actually, I think she was introduced in the like remake of the American Idol one, but that was her first like centered video. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah, she is so annoying in that
people
one.
hate her.
Yeah,
So
honestly, I
yeah,
kind of agree. She is really annoying in this first one. This was before when she became Jeffy's annoyingly protective mom, but she's still really annoying here.
yeah.
Yeah, she just like
There's also like
whines and cries about
because she's
Luma.
so inconsistent. Because she has this moral high ground standard and like fucking scolds Mario for I guess interrupting like Jeffy's like growth when really she's halting his own growth, and she never really likes Mario. There's nothing really about their relationship that stands out with each other. In
Exactly.
fact, there's a lot of episodes where they just revisit old boyfriends and how Mario gets beat up, and then at the end it's like, I like you because I don't know, you're kind, or some
Yeah,
shit.
they have
And it's
no
like
chemistry,
no
which
chemistry.
is weird to. I know, once again, weird to criticize, but still something worth noting for
Yeah,
something
no, I
like
feel like
SML.
it'd
But
be important for like a video where he Mario meets her boxer ex boyfriend to like understand their chemistry before reaching that conclusion.
yeah,
But we never actually get anything. So,
yeah.
oh well,
Also,
this
there's this one
opportunity.
that I hear a lot of people dislike, but I actually don't mind. It's the go kart one, and I know most people
Oh,
dislike it because it's the one where Cody says to Junior to suck it. But I feel like I find that funny in some way.
but people don't like this. This was fun. This
Yeah,
was fun.
people
This is
say
one of the more high
I
production
think
efforts. It's
people
cool.
are like mad. I don't know. People don't like when Cody says to Junior to suck it for some reason, which I thought was
What?
kind of funny. Honestly,
Junior deserves
yeah, he
karma, so
deserves
I don't
karma.
know.
It's so fun.
I
It's
don't
kind of
get it.
funny seeing Cody become like bragging and arrogant about it.
Yeah.
That's what I liked about that one. You know, you should suck it.
Yeah, no, this just whole portion that I'm looking at here, this is like what I grew up with. There's like, Bowser Jr.'s lightsaber, where they had the whole ad, and then Yoda shows up and then just beats them up about it. So,
Yeah. Yeah, they basically said Yoda had a stroke or something and made a joke about that as a parody.
there's
Also,
Bowser Jr.'s flu shot. That one's all right.
the pizza
Um,
delivery one, I actually really like that one
I
from
really like
Cash.
that one.
Yeah, that one's great.
Truth or Dare is really good. I like that
Yeah,
one.
that one's good. Not much to say about some of these other ones. There's
Oh,
uh
Bowser Jr.'s lottery ticket.
yeah. I mean, I guess we could talk about the other junior eras, that junior videos that are in the Jeffy era while we're here, because like I know the Jeffy era is like a huge
Yeah, because we
favorite.
kind of stop at a point, but yeah, the
Yeah, but
technical last of the Junior era is Cool Cody. Which
yeah,
that one's an alright video. He's like learned to be he
yeah.
basically
I don't
he
know.
basically gets heterosexual ideas and
Yeah,
becomes super cool. But
I
then he
like
goes
his
back
love
to
for
his
some.
homoerotic ideas.
Yeah,
So
it's
that's
a
great.
simple, but I enjoyed it some way.
Yeah,
Uh,
this like later portion of technical junior era stuff is just really fun to me. It brings me back to a time where I just
yeah.
could watch all of these and rewatch them endlessly. They're great.
I really like Junior's YouTube channel.
Oh,
It
that one's
keeps
great because
getting
he says the N word
canceled.
multiple times, and
That's
then
it.
and then Tyrone just shows up every
Beats
single
the shit
time.
out of him. That is so
Yeah, it's
funny. I
great.
love that
It's
joke.
so funny. There's just
Yeah,
one really awkward part where he's like going up to girls, but they make up for that with the racism jokes. It's great.
yeah. I like the part where he's just playing a video game and then Tyrone comes out of the closet just out of nowhere. It's
Yeah,
just
no,
like
that's my favorite part. Yeah, it's my favorite
even
part.
Chef PB beats him up for saying it. So that's funny. Yeah.
But yeah, we could talk about other junior videos. The Ouija board. This one's always been notable to me because the ending is like genuinely terrifying because at first it's like, oh, it's a Ouija board, they're doing the thing.
I remember getting
But then
scared about it because of like the whole thing with them twisting Ken's head and stuff.
yeah, twisting Ken's head, and then Chef PB initiates the whole like security protocols, and then that couldn't even stop him from being killed, and that's just even more fucked
Yeah.
up.
So yeah, I don't mind. Uh, like I said, the third Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with with that we already mentioned that, but that one's also funny. The Nerf War, the Nerf
Cody's
War.
sister's one is weird
Oh
because he had
yeah,
this long setup where it's like, Cody's sister, she never appears ever again, which is weird
yeah.
because he's her sister.
Yeah, it's weird. I
And
just forget
then
about her.
they do a second Ring parody, which the first one came from the trailer during the Bowser Goes to the Movies,
Hmm.
but the second one's fine. And then it's like, and then there's just a bunch of fart jokes because she just has a really bad bladder, so whenever she eats popcorn, she just farts. And
Yeah,
every attempt he gets to get laid just ends up failing. Because then he keeps accidentally kissing Cody. That's great.
yeah. All right. We're not done. Obviously, we're not going to mention all the ones since we'll be here all day. But Junior's Nerf War, that one's all right.
That one is very well done in terms of like an
I saw the
action thing.
shot. I also like the ending with Jeffy and Mario, if I'm being honest, even though, yeah, I want to
Yeah,
kind of
that's
get
funny.
into the Jeffy era. I mean, we're kind of
No, we can talk
still,
about a couple more Bowser Jr. eras before I can,
I guess,
do
more
this.
Junior's videos, I guess. But most of these Junior videos are in the Jeffy era, so we're kind of going back and forth with them when we do
Yeah.
that. So I guess we might as well discuss Mario the babysitter and how that, like, you know, almost ruined this guy's channel in a very interesting way. So it's about
So
Mario
yeah.
babysitting a kid named Jeffy, and let's
Mm-hmm.
just say Jeffy ruined Logan's career. I'm just saying that it basically ruined him, and to the point where like he
It,
can't go back on it and remove the character, so he's stuck with him forever. And
see, initially he was kind of an experiment to try to add
yeah,
a new
Logan said
character.
he was originally supposed to be one time, but then he slowly started to be not immediately. Jeffy took over the channel. It took time, you know. He
His
started
first
off as a
other
side character.
appearance was other appearance after that was, I'm pretty sure, Game Night 3,
I
which is when
think so.
these game nights became way more entertaining. But
Mhm.
even then, yeah.
Yeah,
It's just really the most annoying part in all of it. I like all the Game of Life segments except for just when Jeffy is involved in it. I don't
yeah.
really like it.
Haha, Jeffy smacks his diaper. He has a pencil in his nose. Isn't that hilarious? Isn't that so funny? Aren't you laughing so hard? That's like his own main joke at the beginning. And then,
There's yeah,
uh,
this he's basically portrayed as a typical arsler, you know? He's just
yeah,
like, oh man,
yeah. And
this
apparently,
doesn't
like
work.
little kids, even me when I was
These first
younger,
like
thought
couple of
Jeffy was
Jeffy, yeah,
hilarious for some
these
reason.
first batch of like Jeffy videos are just like iconic because they're just so bad.
Yeah.
Jeffy's homework sucks because it's Jeffy's homework.
Get it? Because
They're like
Jeffy swears
stupid.
because he complains about the form. Because when you take away, honestly, I some of that video has its moments, like the ending where Mario literally kills himself because of the stupidity. You see,
There's
Jeffy's. I
Jeffy's
noticed
bedtime, which that's just fine.
he points
I
out
don't know.
green eggs and ham plot holes. I guess.
There's a Jeffy stupid home video where he does
Oh, I
something
hate that
stupid.
one. I hate what I hate about that one is that Jeffy chooses not to act stupid when it's gonna help Mario. Haha.
Haha! How clever of you,
There's Jeffy's cell
SML.
phone, which is just him prank calling people up till the ending where
Those are
Rosalina
actual
beats him more.
people, by the way. So
Yeah, those poor people. It's unfunny, and the ending is terrible when Rosalina gets beat up by Mario. And Mario did nothing. The main issue with all these Jeffy Mario torture videos, including Jeffy's bad word, which might it's still considered to be one of
one
the
of the
worst
worst
things
episodes
Jeffy.
ever.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
don't
god.
understand Logan's thought process and why anyone would
Yeah.
think this shit would be funny. Because Mario did nothing wrong. All he did was punish Jeffy and maybe spank him. Like, sure, that's dark, but like, at that point, Jeffy had it coming. Like, after
Yeah.
all he did. And then he ends up, and then Rosalina gets mad at him. He just gets tortured and beaten upon. He's
The
considered
thing
a
is, yeah,
rapist. Oh
Mario
my,
shouldn't have
so
said that
sad.
like swear word. But then another thing is they just take it so far and as if like Mario deserves it. And then yeah, I
Yeah.
guess the comedy comes from the fact that Jeffy's so bad and that then what are we supposed to find like sympathetic towards
I
Jeffy?
don't understand. Yeah, there's the Jeffy's favorite song. That one
It's
is
not like
terrible.
Mario's not guilty. Is not guilty all the time because there's the Hitman where he literally
He
asked someone to
literally tries
fucking
to.
kill
Yeah,
Jeffy.
that one is kind of like
I
honestly.
think it's funny when they just kill Patrick off. Like they've done that
They
multiple
should
times, but
kill.
that's so funny.
Yeah,
Uh,
that one, the Hitman one, was kind of funny. Honestly, it was
yeah.
funny because how Mario has just been driven to this point where he literally attempts to kill Jeffy.
And there's Jeffy goes to the zoo, and then there's Jeffy's favorite
Harambe, haha,
song.
Harambe.
And there's
Jeffy's
Jeffy's
favorite
favorite
song is
song. Oh my
terrible.
god,
What the fuck was
terrible.
that ending though? Like actually, like
I
what was the
don't know.
wait? What
I
the?
do not
That
know.
was terrifying for no reason.
Then there's a locked out where
Yeah.
Mario's locked out and doesn't let him in. Wow.
Wow. Also, over time, since Logan continued to make money, he started doing stuff like buying a bunch of Lamborghinis. So
Oh my
yeah, like you notice that
god.
in the vlogs. Also, Chili, it feels like this was like they started to vlog as well on her channel. And honestly, kind of detouring to that channel, a lot of that stuff was mostly clickbait. It felt like I don't know if you saw those vlogs, but yeah.
They're mostly clickbait. Do you remember the prank ones? The one where JJ gets fucking pummeled by fucking Logan after he just
Yeah, you know, like
after
destroyed
he
some
frames
block.
this like I destroyed your watch and then he just like fucking destroys
Just beats the
him.
shit, yeah. There's also
I
the
can't
one.
tell if it's staged or not because it genuinely looks like he's just like
She's just angry.
actually
Yeah.
pissed.
Also the one with the Rip the Jeffy puppet, which yeah. Honestly, the reason like Logan has just become stuck with Jeffy is because like he is such a used character so often, you know? Like I mean, at this point, you can't get rid of him. It's like everyone's favorite character. It basically became to the point where he would define SML. I know we're
Mm.
skipping ahead, but once we got like later in, this is what happened with Jeffy. He just took over the channel. Now, almost every video, it's either a Junior video or a Jeffy video. It's sometimes another character's video, but
Sometimes.
sometimes nowadays we barely get videos that actually focus on Mario. And when we do, it's mostly just like him being tortured, and it's mostly clickbait. Since Logan clickbaited a lot in the modern days, but we'll get to that later. God, we have so much to talk about still. Yeah. But yeah. My throat is giving
Mm.
out here. I'm talking a lot
Oh.
here. Yeah, just been talking about like for 40 minutes straight, just talking nothing about us, just SML. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
probably
but
tell
yeah,
my
it's
throat.
weird. Even though I don't like Jeffy, this was like the main era I was like growing up with.
Yeah,
The main one stuff I rewatched, mainly Junior stuff, not the Jeffy stuff. I'm not
exactly.
a big fan. This is when Junior stuff was at its peak. It's a very efficient time for Junior videos where they were
Yeah.
pumping them out and they were really
Like
actually
remember
just fine.
the one with the cookies where they put sticky notes all over their apartment. Like you gotta
Oh, that
appreciate
was
some
great.
dedication there.
There was some dedication there. That was
Yeah,
great.
there were some awful ones though, like the fucking
I like the Game
Cody's
Boy video
birthday.
where he's trying to get a 3DS and then every time he's just getting a very obscure console or
Yeah.
another one of the fucking.
Honestly, something super about that is they Logan has done that same idea like twice afterwards in like two
Oh,
different
he does.
videos. Yeah, he did it in a video called Jeffy's Fidget Spinner, which is awful. And
Oh,
the other one is like I don't know, the other one is what was it? It was I think it had something to do with Junior getting an Apple Watch. I don't know.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's also a Bowser Jr.'s credit card, which
Oh
that one
yeah.
sucks, but I have a lot of nostalgia for specifically because
The only
I just
part
like
I
to
like is
imagine
the
myself
ending.
having that wealth, and that's why I always rewatched it because it's like, oh,
Yeah. Goodman was the
that's like,
funniest part of that one with the ending.
yeah, no, at the end where it just took everything
Why
in
did
his
you fuck me?
eye. Why did you fuck me?
Yeah,
Tell
he's
me, why
funny.
did you fuck me?
Yeah. Goodman
Yeah.
is probably one of my favorite characters because I feel like just his jokes are really funny sometimes. So
Well, there's the one up. That one was a weird video.
what about a
On
one up Doc? Yeah. Why can I quote that? I hate myself sometimes with this stupid SML. Yeah,
I
that one
think
was like
I can't quote it, even for someone who can like quote random Rick and Morty episodes. I can't even do
even
that.
the ones that
Yeah.
are like late on, like in fucking season 5 for some reason.
God damn it. Fuck. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's the tarantula where they bought a tarantula. I think they kept it around. They just never showed it.
Yeah.
Besides that one video,
Yeah.
crazy.
There's
Um,
the Cat in the Hat one.
that one is amazing
That
because
yeah.
it's just the cat in the hat doing bullshit and
Yeah,
like ruining
Pablo
everything.
rhyming, all of that. It just destroys their house. Got to show some respect for that one. That one was solid. All the
That one
Jeffy
was solid just
ones
because
just kind of
I don't know. The Cat in the Hat movie, it feels like Logan watched that and was like, I'm gonna take this at face value and I like this movie,
yeah.
so I'm gonna make a
There was
video out of
also
it.
the nice stuff
Ugh.
like character ones such as the Cody's Revenge and Junior Goes to Military School stuff. There's
This
that.
was like the peak of like character work in
Yeah,
terms
it
of like
felt like they were actually trying to do something with Junior, and it felt like
this
it
is what I'm
actually
saying. Like this is when Junior
succeeded
era
with.
peaked. This is when
Yeah.
Junior era stuff peaked because you have all these unique ideas and then they're actually like conveying them in
Yeah.
a decent way. I don't know. SML's never
Yeah,
been
it's not
great.
terrible.
It's never
Congratulations.
been great. Like even
Yeah,
episodes like
especially eventually.
the magical button, where like people praise the fucking hell out of it. It's just good
Fine. It's good.
because
I'd say.
it's good because like Junior learns to value things besides well, which he's done
Which is
multiple
a
times. But still,
message that I feel like he really needs to learn. I guess it makes sense
I
for
know
him to
it's like
learn, I guess,
status
sort of.
quo and all, but
Yeah,
like
but Yeah,
It's weird. They want to do serialized stuff, but then they have to
yeah.
keep pumping
Junior
out these
goes to
things every
military
week.
school is funny. Is both a really funny video because how like exaggeratingly abusive Brooklyn guy is.
Yeah, they play the worst movie of all
Big Hero
time.
6, which
The
is a
six.
movie, for some reason, Logan thinks it's like the worst movie ever for some reason, which I find really funny.
That's really funny to me. Like
Yeah,
I imagine him sitting that and just like hate watching the fuck out of like Big Hero
yeah.
6, which sounds amazing.
There's also Cody's Revenge, which is like another satisfying one where,
That was satisfying because it's basically just junior torture porn, which is the best kind of torture
yeah,
porn.
because, Junior just
It's
gets
fucking
karma.
Junior. Who cares? Like
Yeah. Oh
fucking
my
beat the shit
god,
out of him.
who the hell cares? There was also the gun, remember that? Where fucking Cody gets shot?
Fucking Cody gets shot. It's like,
Oh
okay, yeah,
no.
hold the trigger. It's like,
And then,
and oh fuck.
and I like how
Oh, is it
Junior.
just me, or do you just remember the music stings in all of SML? They're so funny,
Oh yeah, like
especially in
that
that moment.
dun
It's like,
dun dun
yeah,
dun 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 dun. Dun.
yeah.
I remember hearing that music and like all those like toy unboxing things I watched when I was like a fucking infant, and I was like,
Oh.
then I was like, yeah, and Logan is surprised that he got demonetized at some point. What do you know? Yeah, yeah. The funniest part of the gun was the part where Junior tries to shift the blame to Cody, saying that he committed suicide because he told him to pull the trigger.
And I like how he asked Chef Pee serious, like, what would you do if
And
you
then they
murdered
just
someone?
both cut their hands off, and it's revealed that it
Yeah,
turns.
and it's revealed. It's just like Brooklyn guys going, "Hey guys, have you seen my gun
The
anywhere?"
gun is a really stupid video, but I do find it kind of funny.
It's funny in a morbid way. I like it when these videos just get really dark for
Yeah,
no
I like
reason.
the new setting in the Joseph's house one as well. That one was fun.
Oh, that one's funny. That one's dragged out, but it has funny bits.
Yeah, we also got a lot of
There's
new gags. One like I think in like stuff like in Junior's Piggy Bank was when they were starting to do the classic Cody's mom is a pig gag, which is
that one's my favorite gag.
yeah, classic gag.
Because in Stuck,
Oh
uh,
my
the,
god.
the main plot is they get stuck in a couch,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
And you think, okay, what's so interesting about this? The two main notable events that happen is Cody's mom's come over
Yeah.
and she fucks well no, she basically rapes Chef Pee
Yeah. Really
and
fucked up
then
shit.
she seduces Brooklyn guy
Oh my
as
god.
well. And that's the main thing that happens. And the whole joke is that, oh my god, I can't believe a cow can answer a phone. And it's like, oh my god.
It's
And then
so
there's a
it could
joke
be
where
really
they,
that
they
somehow
make
can
they make
actually
a
be really
cop
funny
pig
sometimes.
joke. Yeah, because it's like, oh my god, I can't believe a cow's having sex with a pig. It's so
I think
stupid.
it was a pig with a pig, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
Same
No, sorry,
thing though.
I misremember. It's fine.
It's
Same
fine.
thing. The
Yeah.
exact same thing.
Uh
There's also the one time Jeffy's dad appears, Bowser Jr.'s painting.
yeah. Which is revealed in Jeffy's parents to be Jeffy's dad, which we'll get to later, which is
Yeah.
Jeffy's parents, which is a very interesting video to discuss. In terms of other ones, let's see, what else is there?
There's Rosalina's parents, and then there's Jeffy's sister, which in Jeffy's sister's returns is revealed to be all in her imagination
Yeah.
because she doesn't exist, even though that makes no
Honestly, I know
sense.
we're skipping ahead, but in Jeffy's Sister Returns, where Jeffy's sister gets run over by the car, that
I
is
laughed.
so
I
funny.
laughed.
That
I
that is
laughed. I'm so sorry.
hilarious. You can't.
I'm sorry. I just laughed.
It is
It's
so
so
funny. I
stupid.
don't. How am I supposed to? Like, it's such a dumb thing to make you sad over. So I just started laughing. It is so funny how they framed it down.
Here's Bowser Jr. stubs his toe, which is one of the few shorts. It's
Yeah, we
weird.
don't get a lot of SML shorts anymore.
It's weird. They originated as shorts, but now they're just movies, even though they're not really movies.
Yeah,
And even though we talk about
obviously.
the SML movie,
The SML movie, which we will be getting to soon once we get into like the House era, which is
oh
probably
my
like
god,
the
it feels like I've been going on forever about these stupid videos.
these
God
eras,
damn it.
these YouTube. We still have a lot to cover with like YouTubers such as like DabHDo and whatnot. With people like
Oh my god.
people like these that are just like dedicating so much of their career to just like discussing SML and stuff. It is pretty interesting
I
how
don't know.
they're
I've
like
been going on and on about how these videos are just generally just like fine. Even
Yeah.
like Bowser Jr.'s pillow fort. It's a very simple setup. There's a pillow fort,
Yeah.
and then Cody makes a pillow fort, and then they fight over it, and then
Exactly.
the Oppenheimer
That's
happens.
it. That's the main plot.
Yeah, and then there's the
We were
start of the
about,
Ken series.
but we were about to do Pearl Harbor. I love that
So
quote.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, then there's the Forsaken. Then there's
All the Ken
Taken.
ones. Yeah.
Those are I always like those ones because
Yeah.
it creates actual conflict for Cody.
Yeah.
I always like those.
I also like the title names. It's a nice change of pace.
Yeah.
Also, Rosalina, also another one. I don't actually hate a video like Rosalina's ex-boyfriend, even though I hate Rosalina's character with her always complaining and whining, always defending Jeffy. She's just awful. But in that one, it's fine. It's a fine video.
There's Chef Pee-Pee's Kids, which
that one is very weird.
It has a very weird setup, but it's mostly Evil Dead Rise, where it's just kind of nothing going on.
Yeah.
It's like, they're feeding them plastic food.
Exactly.
How entertaining.
I know.
Then there's Smart Jeffy. We're just like going through all these stupid videos because the thing about Jeffy era is that it's one huge, and I mean huge portion.
Yeah.
2016 to like 2020 something. I have no idea anymore.
Yeah. Also, this was around the time Logan left the apartment in the most weird way possible. Like, he made these 2-part things called the Koopalings, right? Where
so Junior makes the Koopalings like through like this machine, and there's like this really dramatic lining with all of it, and there's effort, and then suddenly there's like, okay, we destroy the house. Where's the Koopalings? This is the second time they tease them, and where are they? Where the fuck happened? What the fuck happened? Where are they?
But then they come back in part 2, and they destroy everything. They destroy the table, break it with glass for like the 3rd time. They chainsaw the couch,
the couch
in half, as Cody would say it.
Or as Joseph say, I get half.
I get half. God, why can't I quote SML? Am I stupid?
Fuck, I can quote it.
Am I stupid? Am I stupid? God, you can tell by my voice that I'm getting tired, man.
I'm getting already tired.
We still got more stuff to do, but I think I could hold up still. I could do this,
There's big ears. Look.
Yeah.
There's so many random of these. There's Taken where it ends with, Joseph took them.
Yeah. And then they move to a new house, and they tease this idea of like this secret door.
Secret door. We'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about that soon.
Okay, keep going. Let's just keep going. Okay.
Keep going back.
So there's the bake sale. So the bake sale, they're selling toys, and then just every single time Junior fails, I think some of the best parts is just Junior making like red cookies. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Like how Chef Pee-Pee doesn't just burn to death, but then adds additional injuries and has to like.
Yeah, honestly,
in the end,
that and the past machine are both examples of Junior being an idiot and it working in some way because how stupid he is.
I love that. I love the
past
Abraham
machine
Lincoln
where he
joke in
causes the
machine.
fucking like. He basically destroys the world due to his stupidity.
I like how they get the Abraham Lincoln after he was shot. It's so
that was funny. Another awful one that was probably locked out, which is one of Logan's most infamous videos. Where
I already talked about that. He locks around the house, blah blah blah. But the most important, the 2 most important ones is Jeffy's parents and the other one we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, but before we get to that, I kind of want to just do some other videos.
Shit going on.
There's
Inside Jeffy, which is really annoying. As Lazy Bones would say, it's a masterpiece, but as everyone else says, Inside Jeffy is quite fine.
There's
root beer.
Root beer when they pretend to get drunk, which is the main joke. There's Netflix and Kill, where which is like a parody of Netflix and Chill. Chill.
You remember Netflix and Chill? Yeah. That was a weird thing.
Yeah.
Like that was like a very 2016 trend.
Yeah. And then there's like I actually kind of like that one.
Robot.
It's like a parody of like The Ring or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and there's Chef Pee-Pee the robot.
Yeah.
Which
weird twist to make it turn out it was like
it was actually a robot
the whole time. Wow.
Yeah, and then Chef Pee-Pee was on vacation. Holy shit. Yeah. It's crazy.
Turkey Tyranny.
The remote.
What do you think of Turkey Tyranny? That one. Did you see
that one's Wait, which one is that?
It's
Oh
the
yeah,
one
that
with
one. That
the-
was fucking crazy.
Yeah,
That one just goes fucking
that was like
hard.
another big one, you know. Had a large cast of all the characters, you know.
Almost every character showed up and just random shit was happening. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. Anyways, I think like yeah, there's also the
There's the
quiet
remote.
game. The remote. Yeah, the remote. We're jumping
That was
really
really
far ahead there
creative.
though.
Yeah, I know. Really, there's a lot of creativity in that one. I really like how they actually put effort into like
There's
pausing
pinch,
everything.
pinch. I know we're just going all over the timeline here, but who
Yeah,
cares?
yeah.
Who
There's
gives a shit?
also Joseph moves in where Bowser fucks a skeleton.
What? Yeah, that.
Yeah, basically fucks Lazy Bones, which is
What?
Joseph's
There's
Joseph's
also
mom.
there's also the one
Yeah.
where Mario and Jeffy try to hide a dead body. So there's also that.
That one's really funny.
That
I
one
like
is
that
pretty
one.
funny. It's like Nasty Patty, but with Mario and Jeffy, and also worse.
Yeah, it's
but who
great.
cares? Of
Who
course, it's gonna
cares?
be worse. Also, there's the quiet game, which
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
that one kind of
oh.
sucks.
Yeah, and there's Bowser Jr. Goes to the Future, which they've tinfoiled the entire house.
Oh yeah, same thing. Yeah, the Jeffy the Rapper. Can't forget those two videos.
Oh my God, Jeffy the Rapper is Jeffy the Rapper. It has the rap song where he's talking about his pee.
Also, right now we're just kind of jumping all over the place, and I want to get all these other videos out before we could like just discuss them quickly before we get to the stuff with Jeffy's parents, all the demonetization drama that would lead into our next era. It's a whole thing.
There's Mistake Ken where they take him to the fucking moon.
And then Brooklyn guy goes up there, and then his reaction to having to go. There's Cody's missing.
Monster.
I like Cody's missing.
I like Cody's missing because how outdated it is now.
Yeah,
because at first
Kamek's in Mario Kart now. We did it, boys. We got him in Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, because it's basically just a big video complaining and whining.
Yeah, it was pretty funny seeing how petty Cody was.
And there's the couch.
Yeah.
Okay, so the couch is basically one big poop joke. So
Shrek, a character we haven't mentioned in a while.
You haven't mentioned him in a while.
He shits all over the couch.
The couch.
Just the entire couch. You know that GIF you might have seen of Shrek shitting? That's from SML. Yeah. So he shits all over the couch.
And so he hides it, and then Mario's like, "No, get out of my house." And he's like, "No, I can pay you back, donkey." But no, and then he takes the couch, he goes outside, and then Mario realizes how much he needs Shrek. Apparently. Yeah. I don't believe that, but let's go with that. And then they resolve conflict. The end. And then Mario shits himself, and then Rosalina shits herself. It's really weird.
I know. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, that's a
I
whole
enjoyed
thing.
that one, ironically, if I'm being honest.
Me too. There's the golden egg, which is a big deal because it was actually like
another
a big event.
Character video. You know, all the ones with a large cast of characters is usually some of the big ones. I like the ending, though, where everyone just beats the absolute shit out of Jeffy, though. Obviously, everyone.
Oh, that was great.
Everyone is going to be satisfied by that ending, except those people who think Jeffy is funny for some reason.
Oh, there's Jeffy's new toy where it's revealed Rosalina was doing this the whole time. Just weird, because she's like intentionally like messy with Mario, which... Yeah, I think Rosalina is just very inconsistent in how much she cares at all, and I hate her just for that.
Exactly.
Oh man.
Yeah, Rosalina's still an annoying character, by the way. She probably
there's just a bunch of Jeffy videos. There's drawing Jeffy where we say poop scoot or whatever, and just drawings come back to life.
It's stupid. There's the lock.
There's Jeffy's brain, which I think might be my favorite Jeffy video of all time.
I mean, the ending is weird because Rosalina acts like a fucking pedophile and basically flirts with Jeffy with a French accent. So like,
yeah, that's weird. But I think that's really funny. I just like it when just Lance does all these really stereotype and racist like fucking tangents. It's really stupid. There's 2 tickets where they're just like, "Oh, we're going to Punch in the Face-a-thon,"
I think
and they're being
that
really
ending is sort of sweet, even though
it's sweet,
like
but it's ultimately unearned, and I hate it. I don't like thinking about that.
Yeah.
There's Jeffy's TV show where they promise a TV show, and then in the end it's like, no, this TV show's canceled when you see none of it.
Yeah.
And there's one where it's this really weird like green screen stuff with Son Ken, where they have to go to the bottom of the ocean and they have to go and rent out a boat. for such a lame episode.
Yeah, there's
Like,
Chef
wow.
Pee-Pee's bucket list where he attempts to get tattoos and is said to die.
There's the two super power videos.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention those. Yeah, those are whatever. They're fine. They have some funny moments and are pretty fucked up.
I
Like the
think
whole
the funny
Cody
ones are
thing
always
with
just
Bowser.
all the Codys, and then they're all just like really weird. There's also
Because he's
Banana
gay.
Cody. I love Banana
Cody.
Cody.
Yeah, Banana Cody's
Yeah,
the
the
goat.
Cody goat. Yeah.
Banana Cody. Jeffy
Yeah.
has hiccups. It's really funny.
Oh, that one's really fucked up. God
Yeah.
damn. The Shrek's coma, where he just
Oh,
goes in a coma.
I hate that one. Shrek's coma's terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
I hate it. Rosalina
There's
is once again a
Spoken,
terrible
where they
person.
just burn an actual like doll, like a puppet that they made. It was like custom built, but they had to burn that shit, and it was
Yeah.
actually a really well done like
There's
thing.
Jeffy's fidget spinner, where Jeffy gets a fidget spinner.
Oh my god.
That one's stupid. It just piggybacks off the 2016 trend. So yeah.
There's Jeffy's mom. Wait, why did I say Jeffy's mom?
What?
Okay, I meant Joseph's mom. Sorry,
Yeah,
Jeffy's been
I guess we
infecting
could
this
talk.
entire thing.
Yeah, I guess we could talk about Joseph's mom real quick. I do think that element kind of works well in that video because it feels kind of like earned. It feels like
feels like Joseph's been alone this entire time, and every character besides Jeffy, they do grow. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like Joseph, he needs to learn to let go of his mom, who doesn't really care about him anyway. And then Cody has slowly changed all the while. And then Jeffy and Junior have always been the same. So it's like
exactly
neat. But yeah, it's weird. Joseph has many opportunities to have a character, but he never does. So that sucks. Because, you're dealing with someone who's like poor, unprivileged, and has like a dark history, but they mostly imply these things,
Yeah.
They don't really dive deep into them.
What else? Jeffy's new toy is fucking dreadful. That ending is another reason why I hate Rosalina's character. So there's that.
I already mentioned that. Oh man.
Yeah, we've been going
there's Jeffy's kids.
Oh god. Oh my god, that one is just really fucking stupid. Like, holy cow, it does not seem like a
okay. So Jeffy impregnates a Cheerios box.
Yeah.
And there's this like really graphic birth scene.
Yeah.
And then Junior proceeds to kill by eating both baby boxes, and then the other one gets flushed down the toilet.
Yeah. It's weird.
And there's Jeffy plays Minecraft, Jeffy plays Fortnite.
Where Mario just acts like a Karen, and it's mostly just an excuse for Logan to complain about his demonetization. So yeah.
But yeah, okay. We've been going over so many videos, and if you've been bored by this, I'm sorry. We'll dive deep more.
We will. Later. I kind of want to just like combine all that drama stuff into like one big thing after we go into all the videos of this era.
Yeah.
Not all of them, obviously, but just the most.
God, I've been going with so much.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
We've been doing this for like 2 hours. Then there's the bet. The bet is actually a good one. I actually like it. It's considered to be one of the best ones, and I think
it is one of the best SML videos.
What's good is it's like a nice focus on Goodman. It's actually decently well paced, and it's like it's a decently competent.
I like how Goodman learns like what it's like to be poor in a less bad way,
like in the
less forced way.
Yeah, like in the
a new SML where he does he makes it best like
ew,
Mr. Poor Man.
That's his joke now. But
yeah, and then now it's Mr. Poor Man.
Dare I say they have flanderized Mr. Goodman?
That's a bit of a stretch, but yeah, no, there's like Mr. Poor Man, which is like a really modern one. And it's like, oh wow, yes, to learn not to do things or else he'll lose his child or some shit.
Yeah.
And that's boring. But this one, he's like actually having to do chores. Is a classic Shrek poop joke.
Yeah.
And his reaction towards it is the best part. He's like, how did the poop get up there?
Where the fuck was he aiming? That is so funny. So honestly, forgot to mention, but just the graphic way, even near the beginning era that we mentioned all the way like a fucking hour ago. Like, geez, we've been doing this for a while. Even back then,
There was so much poop. They were able to do like put a bunch of chocolate to show Shrek's poop and make it as realistic as possible. And you're probably wondering, we've been talking about Shrek, but what happened to Woody? Woody's barely a character anymore now, by the
He's
way.
in the asteroid.
I think he's in the tooth one where Jeffy loses his tooth as well in that one moment.
Who remembers that one? But
I
yeah,
don't
he
know.
was in the asteroid where he has to go to space
To
to
stop,
destroy
yeah,
the shrimps inside the asteroid for some reason. I don't get it,
yeah.
but shut up.
There was also Attack of the Killer
Uh,
Shrimp, stuff like
oh my
that.
god.
The asteroid
Stuff
though is
like
like a
that.
whole other channel, which we'll get to in like I don't know, probably like 30 minutes from now.
Oh
Yeah,
my god, we keep going. All right.
yeah, whatever. I mean, you recorded a 3 hour and 40 minute like community video. I think we can do this. So
It's
yeah,
probably this is a lot less interesting for like other viewers because oh my god, we're just like rushing through this. But yeah,
yeah,
we're finally getting to the full meat of it all because we have two main
yeah.
videos. There's Jeffy's parents, and then there's
The
what was it?
secret door.
The secret door.
Yeah,
So these two episodes kind of represent to me where SML was really heading
yeah,
in terms of
story
like what it was
and stuff
doing.
like that. What they were trying to do, and then this should lead us into some of the drama
The secret
that was
door
happening
is
now.
like one of the most anticlimactic episodes
Yeah,
of
because it's
SML.
weird because they establish an interesting idea. Basically, it's revealed that Brooklyn guy are probably my favorite character
Well,
out of
okay.
all of
First,
them.
let's before we talk about the door itself. So the secret door was teased when they first moved in. It's like don't go and enter that door.
Yeah,
Then there was a live stream apparently where they like opened the door, but then nothing was shown, and they kept teasing it
yeah.
until the elusive episode came out.
Apparently, Logan said at some point that he might have wanted Mama Luigi to be behind the door, but that didn't end up working with like Zeke's schedule. So instead, they ended up. I don't know. I think there was that idea flowing around, but it never really went full
It's
circle.
weird. It
People
kind of
thought it
represents
would
all
be
my
Mama
main
Luigi.
problems with SML, which I'll break down right now. So the secret door, it's unsatisfying, first of all. Just like every modern SML story where they really just want to wrap things up. It does keep moving the plot along, but in stupid ways. And third of all, they clearly just didn't plan this out. And
Yeah.
fourth of all, nothing really works about his characters. Jeffy has a hint of interesting stuff right at the end. He's like, I saw this man die, but what's left to ponder on that? What does
Exactly.
Jeffy even learn? What does
Yeah.
anyone even learn from any of this?
Yeah,
What the,
it's such a weird execution because like the idea of the whole you're
the
talking
door and what's
the door,
behind it
yes, is a good idea with like Brooklyn guy being this like insane murderer the whole time. Like some of it could be contrived, but who cares? It's SML for Pete's sakes. But they don't do anything. They
yeah.
introduce the idea, right? But
Mhm.
they don't do anything with it. Okay, it's like I know I'm probably getting too mad at this. Like it's stupid, probably. Like I actually don't care that much. But it's like it's just weird because like I don't know what they were thinking. Like they introduced the twist, and then he just dies the next scene, and then it's revealed that it was just Brooklyn guy's brother, does bad things guy, which
Does bad things, guy. Repeat
yeah.
that.
Also, there's like a weird retcon
Yeah.
thing. In late SML, I know this is skip, but Brooklyn guy has like an entire family now, including
Yeah.
an annoying brother, which we'll get to later.
I hate him
Yeah.
so much. I hate
too.
him.
He's awful.
Oh my
character.
fucking god! I don't even want to say his name because I hate his name too.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah.
God
But
damn.
nowadays, it was saying in this video that Brooklyn guy just had a lot of brothers, I guess, or whatever. But I guess apparently they retconned that or whatever the hell, because now he has a brother named Jonathan. So yeah,
I
guess
hate-
that's what they did in the late.
I
game.
hate that Jonathan thing. I hate that cretin, that creature.
Yeah, he's a.
I hate him
he's
so much.
He's such an annoying character. Anyways, well, yeah, we're jumping ahead. Yeah, the secret drawer
Ugh.
was something Logan kept teasing, right?
Yeah.
But it never really like. I think apparently he had more planned for it. He had like an action scene planned for it, but apparently like he had a release date for it. He didn't want to delay it any further, so he literally just kind of rushed it out. So yeah,
Yeah.
there was some
the thing-
effort, some cool like
Yeah.
effects, but still,
That's
it's
another
like-
thing. they have such a demanding schedule for such ambitious and like actually interesting concepts that they're not allowed to be creative, and they're too spread thin because they have to release videos every single week because
Exactly.
it's not that the audience demands this, is that Logan demands it from himself. And he
Mhm.
clearly just wants to make profit off of it. Because initially it was like, oh, I want to produce it like it's
Yeah.
a TV show, but really it's just a money grubbing scheme where he needs to keep making
Exactly.
videos to make profit, and rinse, cycle, repeat. Because with something like The Secret Door, the attempted story, which is what a classic SML, like we've established for like an hour and a half, showed that they can make stories and that they can make just decent videos. And if they just made consistently decent videos, we wouldn't be here right now. We wouldn't have anything to complain about
Yeah.
because they would have actually cared. But there's not really any ambition going on anymore, because when you're making The Secret Door and amping it up, if you're really going to do it, then at least come up with something interesting. But no, they had to last minute be like, okay, we'll do a does bad things guy, because they never want to actually commit to any cool ideas, because
Yeah.
they're also ruin the status quo. And then the gags of Brooklyn guy, they've been really relying on Pooby with like modern SML, and it's very clear now.
Mhm.
So of course they would need him for whatever that they're doing now, and so they can't kill off Brooklyn guy. They can't make
Do
him
that.
evil.
So they have to
Just
reverse.
like how Jeffy can never not be an arsler, or how Junior can never not be a brat. He can
Yes.
never learn anything. No one can change. And when you're having like a decade-long channel, that'll get really old unless you innovate.
Yeah, it like kind of ruins
Ah,
certain events like Jeffy's 18th birthday, which we'll get to later. But
yeah.
I know I keep saying that, but still, we got a lot of ground to cover still. But whatever.
Yeah, they attempt to do serialized stuff, and then sometimes, most of the time, they're like, we'll just do whatever concept or whatever thumbnail we can make, and then we'll just do that.
Not into-serialized drama. That was kind of a Rick and Morty reference.
Tisk.
Yeah, I guess we could get into
Imagine if
Jeffy's
SML became
parents.
really meta, like Rick and
Oh
Morty. That would
God.
fucking suck.
There are some
Oh
meta
my
jokes in
God.
SML though, but yeah. I guess we could get to Jeffy's parents, so.
Yeah, Jeffy's parents is another attempt at adding depth to Jeffy. The problem is, wow, there's someone worse than Jeffy that abuses him. What about Jeffy?
Boo. Yeah, exactly. Jeffy has done nothing but
Boo!
terrible things to Mario.
You're a bad person, and you're mentally disabled. So what? Well, mentally disabled people can be proper. They can develop, change, learn about their
Jeffy
disability.
doesn't
But
do
Jeffy
that.
will never change. He'll never
He'll
eat green beans.
always be the same character.
He'll never care about Mario. He'll never care about his emotions, because that's kind of the cycle that it was built upon. Because you can't destroy a cycle that can make easy money.
Yeah.
And Jeffy represents that sort of muddy, grubby scheme, because you have the Jeffy the rapper, Jeffy the blank, Jeffy the blank, Jeffy does this, Jeffy does that. It's the same thing as Bowser Jr., but on a less dynamic level, because at least Jr. has like his other friends, and he also has more to him, but Jeffy is just stupid.
Yeah,
So
he's so annoying.
what's so interesting about him?
Yeah, I
What am I
can't
supposed to do
say
about
I'm
it?
like, yeah, I understand why people hate Jeffy because he is an awful character. He's just stupid, and that's his main joke, and he just gets annoying, and he was never supposed to be such a big character, and it's like, yeah, it's annoying. I
It's
don't like
really
him.
fucking annoying.
Yeah, I, I just, yeah, Jeffy's parents sucks. It's a bad video. It's like it just fails
Terrible
at
video.
everything it attempts to do.
Because, yeah, it's a sad story. Yeah, his mother left him. His father had this huge fucking financial
And I
burden.
have no idea.
His sister is like dead, but like, so what?
Who
Does that
cares?
excuse everything he's done?
No, it
Absolutely
doesn't at
not.
all. Just they try to make me just sympathize with him, but it doesn't work. It's stupid. Also, yeah, just the whole thing with like the Mario just like learning to like Jeffy at the end of it in a very forced way that doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. Like, he was thinking of adopting him before he heard about the money. So, like, yeah. It was like, why would he do that? Is he stupid?
Yeah, no, why would you want to actually live with this kid? He'll
Yeah.
never learn, he'll never change. He'll never change, you know?
Yeah, you
It's
can
like,
tell by my voice cracking. Do you notice?
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
noticing it.
I know. Yeah, sorry, people. I know you're probably wondering what's happening to my voice, but it might just be because I've
Oh,
been
man.
talking for too long. Maybe. I don't know.
I know, when you have something like Jeffy gets a job, okay, he learns to take responsibility, but no, he takes money and then spits in their face, and then there's this gag where a Pokemon guy really likes this one employee, and that's the only funny bit in that entire thing, and it's
Yeah.
just wasted time. Another thing I hate about SML is the pacing. Have you noticed this? So let me tell
Especially
you.
in the newer ones, it's awful pacing. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's talk about modern SML. So,
I mean, I
for
guess we
example,
still have like. I guess we could. I guess like we. I mean, I guess we still have a lot of stuff to cover drama wise.
but why would I bother?
I mean, I think we should do it if you want, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Nothing important. So around this time, got a lot of stuff, interesting stuff. So this was around the time where
Yeah.
Logan, his life was like, I don't know, it seemed it was going well, but then like he was starting to get demonetized because let's just say when you make videos such as like I don't know, where videos such as Jeffy's Tantrum, which is like a good example of like which is the video that
Where
like was on
Jeffy
Good
attempts
Morning
to hang
America.
himself and it apparently caused the kid to look at that hang, search up how do I tie a noose, and
Yeah.
then kill himself.
He
Or try
didn't
to.
kill himself, but he like did tie the noose though. So yeah, things definitely happened with that, and it was like a whole
Yeah.
thing. It was on Good Morning America. It led to him being
Yeah.
demonetized. It just did not work well for his channel. He couldn't even make money. So what he did was switch to the channel Super Luigi Logan. Like we said earlier, he
Yep.
has like three other channels. One for vlogging, like I said, that's mostly like for pranks and clickbait stuff. But and behind the
But yeah,
scenes
during this time
clips.
period, it was mostly Logan complaining every time. I keep getting demonetized,
Yeah,
guys.
there's like this vlog where he just destroys his house because of his demonetization. But like Logan, if you include music that is literally from those freaking kitty surprise things, you're obviously gonna like, and also when you have Mario characters, Mario is usually a friendly family icon. So like, I don't under he shouldn't be that surprised. So
Yeah, I don't understand why he would be surprised by any of this. It feels like it's inevitable
yeah, and I'm
that.
surprised it took this long, but yeah, got demonetized, moved to Super Luigi Logan for a bit, and that went well for a while. But
And then that got demonetized, and so
yeah,
he moved to Super Bowser Logan, and he eventually had plans with a Yoshi Logan and then other channels, just in case. And
yeah,
eventually, they got a cease and desist by Nintendo.
exactly, and that led to that. Also,
That led
around
to the
this time,
experimentation of the puppets, where they kept switching back and forth, and
yeah,
eventually
and
we have now the current state where the new
yeah,
channel is at
um,
5
I
million, and the
yeah,
original 15 million subscribed YouTube channel is gone. You think a channel that big
I
can't be
know.
deleted, but
Nope,
no,
it's gone.
it's
He had to
gone.
delete it. He was
It's
forced to
completely
do it.
gone. I've been watching older SML through re-uploads
Yeah,
by Dab H Dude, other
we
people.
will talk about
It's
it in a
like,
bit. So
yeah,
yeah. Also,
yeah,
this was around the time where Logan started filming like the SML
yeah,
movie, which was kind of interesting. Basically, he announced that he would make like an SML movie, right?
yeah.
So there's
Uh-huh.
like a teaser and everything.
There's a
But
teaser where it's like daddy, and he's just like in front
yeah,
of himself in the ice cream
but
truck, which is
Logan
where that
never
was
really
teasing.
like updated. He kept saying it was gonna happen, it was gonna happen, and he wanted to release it, but there were like
Yeah.
constant like schedule conflicts. It was like a very big pop project. He said he wanted to fit like every character
Every
and
character
somehow
into it.
tie it into the plot. Like that would be really hard for him to do, probably. Especially since, based off the plot synopsis, it felt like it was something that was mainly like for Jeffy based, if anything. It was about Jeffy's mom like kidnapping Mario by accident and wanting her money back. and then it was like and then they held him hostage, and then it was like a whole thing. You know, I don't know. They had to go
Yeah.
save him. Mama Luigi would come back. So, I want to talk about Logan ended up getting his former cast member Zeke back for the
Yeah,
movie.
which is why the Toad's Mistake
Yeah,
remake
the
is a
remake
thing.
happened, which is like kind of just an update version of the first one. It's more extreme and whatnot, but
And high budget.
yeah,
Yeah.
higher budget, and the Mama Luigi voice is even better at that point. But he doesn't really.
Wow,
But
budget at Disney really went up, like
yeah,
that type of thing.
exactly, and
Yeah.
it all just like
Because what originally happened is that he paid him enough money to for travel expenses and also be there,
mhm.
but he just kept delaying it, and Zeke was basically left on red and didn't know what this current situation is. So he, quit his job, and so he just waited, but nothing came of it, and so he went
Yeah.
back, and this was all revealed in an interview with Dab HQ.
Dude, yeah, I saw that. I was actually
Yeah,
watching that earlier today for research purposes. And yeah, he
I
basically
forget
summarized
specifics.
the plot of the SML movie, I guess. And he also said he was like left at yeah, he was basically it was Logan's fault, and they did
Yeah,
have plans for Mario and Luigi. I think they were gonna like remake the original Mario and Luigi and Stupid Then Adventure series, which I think would have been interesting to remake
but that would
nowadays.
be very interesting to remake,
Yeah,
especially with
especially since with all that's happened with all these characters now that they're so different. So there's
yeah,
that. Um yeah. Uh yeah, and then it just kind of was left in the dark. He never said it was canceled though. He kept like
yeah,
he was hyping it up so badly. He found himself in the situation where if he canceled it, he'd like
yeah.
people would probably be like mad, I guess. They'd be like yeah, because like it was so hyped. The expectations were so high. He didn't know what to do. He probably couldn't
Yeah,
finish it.
yeah.
I don't know what he was gonna
I feel
do.
like he just probably just quietly canceled it. Nothing came of it.
Yeah. The closest
There,
thing we have to the SML movie is Jeffy's 18th birthday, which isn't even 40 minutes long. So,
yeah. It's
yeah.
basically a condensed version of what originally was gonna be the SML movie, which is disappointing
It's a shame
because
because I think actually having an SML movie would have been interesting. So, that's a shame. Like
it
an
might not have
actual
been
full.
good,
Yeah,
but
obviously. SML, like I said, SML isn't objectively good most of the time, but who cares?
oh hell no. Yeah, no, it's never been really that good. If we're gonna be honest with ourselves.
Yeah.
It,
Um, yeah, there's that. And then they moved
there,
to
but like
Super
through
Luigi
the whole
Logan.
demonetization saga, we also had a bunch of controversies with all the fans. We have EDP445,
Oh my
who
god, yeah,
Logan
I forgot.
originally, which he met, I think, at the Super Bowl, and he was gonna
Uh-huh.
invite him again, but that never came of anything. And
The
EDP went off
idea
to do
of
Happy Postures. He never did anything bad after that.
yeah, totally.
Totally.
Who
He
knows?
later on went to be in Ruby Gilman. Anyway,
Yeah, of course.
yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
But there was also the Patreon
Oh yeah,
controversy.
when he
You remember
scammed
this?
his fans out of like the
So
um
the original promises that were made were basically, if you give, there was this large amount of cash, like $200 for like a shout out, like
wow,
or
yeah.
$100 for a shout out, and it was like fucking crazy. And then sometimes they were doing like personal messages, and then most of the time they never got those personal messages. And
Hmm.
another thing is they got so much money out of it, and then Logan didn't respond to any of it. And then eventually, they were promised like, oh, sneak peeks in the videos, but those videos were left open to the Patreon users for like a couple hours before they were removed, which Logan said was because they didn't want re-uploads. But also, why would your passionate fans who are donating so much money to you want to re-upload your videos? Why
Yeah.
would they want to do that? And another thing is, he was clearly just didn't know what to do with it and didn't know how Patreon really worked, so just had
Exactly.
these high demand prices for basically no reason.
Hmm.
And we had a whole situation. Dab HD made a whole video on it. The whole community was basically against it,
Yeah.
and
Speaking
eventually
of
they
yeah.
just ended it.
Yeah, speaking of stuff like Dab H Dude and all the other people, what do you think of the SML community of people making a living off of reviewing SML videos? Like Dab
There's
H Dude's been
those
doing it
who,
for years.
because lately SML's been re-uploaded to TikTok as of late in parts, and
Yeah.
you know those have been re-uploaded, and those are getting a huge amount of clicks, which is why I've been seeing in older videos. I see comments like this comment if you didn't come from
Oh
TikTok.
my God, I see those comments all the time, and I'm like, wait,
Yeah,
what
it
does they
sucks.
mean? And it's like, oh, that. Ah.
Yeah, and you know, there's like a probably a big underground fan base there, and you know
Yeah, the
that's weird.
SML fandom just has turned into a bunch of kids, I guess.
Yeah, all the
Logan, it
original
was
ones either
originally
have
like,
left or are Dab HD where they're living off of it
yeah,
somehow.
what's interesting, yeah, it's like they've been doing this for years, and people like Dab H2 did leave for a while, but then they just came back because they realized that their channel was just so dependent on SML, and that like everything else they made, no one cared about, because yeah.
But SML re-upload is managed by Dab HD, and that
Yeah, I
garners more
actually
views than
only
his own
recent.
videos.
Yeah, because he just re-upload other videos. So like, yeah, yeah. I'm surprised he was able to re-upload all. I didn't even know it was run by him
He
for
just
a
has an
while.
SML archive of
Yeah,
every single
every
thing ever.
fucking video. He just downloaded all of them. Like, wow, I'm impressed. I
He
gotta
is
show some respect.
devoted.
Yeah.
He is devoted, not in the best way. You know, he did give up college to pursue it, so that's a bit
Oh
weird.
my God, really? Wow.
Yeah,
I heard he.
remember how he mentioned like how he kind of supported pedophilia. I forget what exactly
I think he
happened.
was like drawing weird images of this like
Yeah,
girl or something. I don't remember the specific details,
fucking
but
crazy.
I remember it got into controversy for that. So yeah,
That was weird.
yeah, no, it's like at least like I don't know. It's weird.
Uh,
There's other reviewers, I guess.
there's
Sometimes
the SMR.
yeah.
One of the videos
Honestly,
is about top 50 gayest Cody moments.
yeah.
This is my favorite video
Honestly,
title ever.
no offense. If any of the YouTubers we are discussing in this video somehow find this video,
Hi,
I
I'm sorry.
we're sorry. We take it
It,
back.
we take it back
This,
entirely.
yeah.
All these statements from the previous 2 hours and 30 minutes were completely false.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, he's just like
yeah.
I don't know. The SMR, like he doesn't make awful content or anything.
He makes fine content.
I just feel like his topics for certain SML videos are so weird. Like top 10 SML one-time characters, like that is such a specific topic for a ranking list. Top 10 SML videos saved by a bad character, a good character or something like that. Like what? What is this?
Yeah.
I don't understand. And of course, like you said, top 10 gayest Cody moments. So, like, yeah, it's confusing.
It's so funny. Then there's a fan made content, the truly dreadful stuff.
Like Cable 10, I guess. I think Cable 10 is like this guy who made like.
There's also a guy who made like the actual like Super Mario Logan movie, like a fan made version.
Oh yeah, that I saw that, and no offense to the person who made it, but I didn't like it. The guy, for some reason, attempted to include Transformers. Like, I understand the guy likes Transformers, but this is SML. Like, the main...
SML, why would you do that?
Yeah, I don't know. The main conflict is that, basically,
Wait,
the main villain is, like,
did they turn Junior into
Megatron.
Sam Witwicky?
No, thank God.
Oh.
The main villain is, like, Megatron
No.
or something, and he's, like, I don't know. And he like needs Chef Pee to find some mineral. It's weird. There's like this
They
weird
find
lip
minerals?
syncing.
What the fuck?
It's so
Did
weird.
they
There's
find
like
Hank Schrader?
yeah,
Oh,
even
no.
the lip syncing is weird. Like which is kind of like
They do lip syncing too?
yeah, it's very distracting. Even he admitted that it was off, which is weird because I don't know why he would have criticisms of his own movie unless there were like issues behind the scenes.
Well, at least he's
whatever.
honest. At least
Yeah,
he's
at least
honest.
he's honest. I'll give him that. Yeah. There's also like Nick said, there's these people who like make FML parody stuff. Like there's this guy, I guess. I think his name is Here's Jeffy, This guy,
Oh,
this guy has basically like built a career. He has like 1 million subscribers off of one Jeffy of just playing with a Jeffy puppet. He literally, I show Speed. He literally interacted with him one time.
what the fuck?
Yeah,
That's crazy,
I know.
bro.
This
Damn.
I show Speed interacted with this guy who was pretending to be the real Jeffy. So yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Dang.
even there was even this thing where Jeffy was a
There's
fucking
also like apparently
VTuber.
there's like a small underground base of like SML YTPers. I don't know how the fuck that works. I don't want to know.
Honestly, it's a weird idea to make SML YTPs, but some of them are pretty funny.
I bet they are. I hope so.
Maybe because I just like YTPs, that might be why. So maybe that's the
Yeah,
reason.
yeah. I mean, I love YTPs, but like
Yeah, that could
an
probably be
SML
why.
YTP just is weird concept to me.
Yeah. Um.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about Lovell.
Oh
You
yeah,
remember
him.
Lovell?
The guy. I heard he got into like a lot of weird
So
controversy.
apparently, timeline is Lavelle. He he basically bullied Gamer Cube. What
Yeah,
was his name?
he
GameCube dude off the internet,
yeah,
and
'cause
he
he
deleted his
basically
own channel out of his own stupidity. That was amazing.
yeah, all because
Oh
of Lavelle was saying this guy's hating on Logan. You should go attack him. Like wow.
yeah, there was like a bunch of Lavelle rants about how like he's malicious and also begs for money from Logan, and he's constantly talking about like stuff behind his back on like Instagram live streams,
Yeah, I
which
think
is
once he
insane.
thought he was being fired from SML because
Yeah, and
Logan.
he acted like it's like oh Logan has to answer my calls.
Like I'm so confused what he's doing. Like what? Why are
Why
you?
would you do that?
It makes no
Why would you
sense.
say that? Are you stupid?
I don't know. Is he stupid?
Is he stupid?
I don't want to say how I felt. Yeah.
God damn it.
I don't know. It's weird. All
That
this
was
stuff.
really weird too.
Yeah.
And just people
Apparently.
that just come in and out of like Logan's life is crazy.
Yeah.
Elena Keys, who plays Rosalina,
Mostly
there's
just
controversy
Rosalina.
between there's like a love triangle going on where like Chili thinks like Elena was like making moves on Logan and that like just didn't really sit right with her, of course. There's also JJ who lived in the house for a brief time and even started his own channel, but then eventually that got
Yeah,
removed.
speaking of the other channel, I want to briefly mention like Tito
Oh, Tito
Talk.
Tar?
Have you heard
Oh
of
my
that
god.
channel? Have you watched
Yeah.
it?
I thought like I remember watching like a lot of like when it first started and I checked and it's still going. I'm like so surprised.
Yeah, he is
I
still
thought-
making these, and he has like 1 million subscribers now. And I'm all like,
Yeah.
honestly, we mentioned this before, but I don't think Chili or Tito, I don't think they're good at acting at all. They're bad at acting, if I'm being honest.
Oh, they're
Like,
terrible.
yeah, it's so awkward when they're like just thrown in a video, and it's
I
like
remember it was like a quirky Baronin or some shit.
yeah,
I
it
don't
feels
know.
so out of place, if I'm being honest. Like, no offense, I guess, to them as people, though I think Chili went to jail at some point.
Okay, yeah, no, there's multiple mugs. There's like a compilation of mugshots.
Yeah,
of
Logan
fucking
has
people.
known a lot of jail veterans, it seems. Yeah.
No, Lavelle has been caught with drugs multiple times.
Yeah.
There was also a fight involving him and some other girl, which is like one of Logan's girlfriends after that brief period where Chili moved out of the house.
Yeah, and they
got
broke up because of
divorced.
like cheating scandals and whatnot. I don't know
Yeah,
too
and
much
apparently,
about this
like,
story.
Chili was like dating this other dude, and then this dude was
Oh, yeah.
like dating some other girl.
Yeah,
then
and
Chili was
people
also
like
at the same time dating this
misunderstood
other
it.
dude.
Yeah, and
Something was going on.
Want to
I
know
don't know
what's
what they were
funny?
cooking.
What
bro.
was funny about the thing is that the guy that everyone thought that Chili was dating was named Roy Gethard. So I think his name was Roy. I don't know. But
Well,
what
his first
Logan-
name was Roy, but
Yeah,
then
it's
Logan
not-
like self-inserted him into videos.
videos and then just bragged at how cool he was. He was like the coolest kid in school and stuff. So
That's so
yeah.
insane.
I feel
It's
like
fucking crazy.
speaking of which, I feel like we're at this point where I think we're kind of done talking about specific SML videos and just mainly discussing like, I mean, we'll probably just bring them up if it's necessary for certain stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we talked enough about other SML videos
But
individually.
yeah, no, Logan was like making they apparently got faked married, then they actually got married, then they got divorced, and they got remarried, and then they had a kid. It was
And they have a
insane because
baby now.
they just kept switching back and forth, zip zap, and it's like what?
Yeah,
it's
it
happening
makes me
anymore.
unsure if they're even gonna work as parents. So like,
If you want actually coherent timelines of the shit, there's like a couple videos out there that explain it. I've also
yeah.
seen a couple playlists, and there's also the SML interviews where like this dude like apparently just had a full on just like interviewed every single person in the house of the SML because he visited there, and it
Oh.
was like
Oh yeah,
in a way a
Logan's
documentary.
address is just leaked online. If I wanted to, I could
Yeah, which
just.
is why he
I
got
could.
swatted multiple
Oh yeah, you
times.
got swatted,
Yeah.
man. Like, damn. If I wanted to, I could literally
Mm.
just drive to Logan's house. I don't have a car, but like I could drive to his house or
You can ask
walk
your parents,
or
hey, can I
whatever.
go to like
Can
Logan
I
Theory
go?
Acres house?
Yeah, imagine just being a little kid and just asking your parents, can I go to Logan 30 Acres house? And kids just randomly showed up to his house and they vlogged him. It was kind of funny. Like, yeah,
Yeah, there's
imagine.
just some people like doing like
Yeah.
I guess ding dong ditch, and it's like, oh my
Yeah. There
god,
was
like
even
what's
like
going on?
this thing with like there's this SML
Oh, there was
video.
this one time where like they leaked like ring camera footage and showing like what was happening inside the house. It was fucking crazy.
Oh wow. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
there was also like yeah, during the cheating scandal thing, I think Logan like destroyed Tito's plushies or something. And honestly, I remember
Yeah,
watching
there
this
was.
around when this was happening. There was like this Christmas vlog with Chili and Logan, and it was so awkward because they like because of all that happened, and it was like I think Tito was king. It was such an it happened like after all the drama, and it was like they were just sitting there so awkwardly, like.
Apparently like Tito and like Lavelle were like at war with each other, which is crazy.
Yeah, and then they
That was
switched
so
over
funny.
to Lance's channel, I guess, to vlog and behind the scenes stuff, which they still upload there today. So, yeah, Lance being
Yeah.
Logan's brother, like we've mentioned. So, yeah, he plays a lot of characters. Logan, bro.
Lance has infamously said the N word uncensored. They just censor it in the videos. He apparently actually does say the
Yeah,
N
he
word.
said it in Jeffy the Rapper. So
That was
that
crazy.
was
I
ins-
don't know how that
that
happened.
that was so weird. The fact they didn't even censor it, like wow, like Jesus
It
Christ.
was a ballsy move. It
Yeah,
was so
I'm
stupid.
surprised. Like when I first saw that, I was like, what the hell?
I
Wow.
was so confused as to how they were able to just do that.
I know it was weird.
Did he just ask Lavelle like, "Hey, can I have the N-word pass?"
Yeah, he got the N-word passed. Yeah, that's probably the excuse he had. But
You know,
yeah,
can I imagine Lance going up to a bunch of black people and it's like, "Hey, what's up, Mike?" You know.
yeah. Also,
Oh man.
the whole thing with people showing up to his house became so bad that Logan made like a SML video called Jeffy and Junior's Golden Play Button, where they would like parody that premise and make like I guess like make fun of his fans in some way, like the ones who go to his house and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess.
that's weird.
Yeah, Logan was also dating someone else, and I think he was like, I think she was like abusive or something, and she ended up
She
like,
was.
I don't know. I think she was like yelling at Chili or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure about that story.
Yeah,
But
there
let's
was
just
a
say
brief
I know
time
they
period where it's just
broke
like,
up. Yeah, she was like, I don't know. Logan was dating someone new, and then I think they broke up, and then like, I think Adrian, her, I don't know. She was like, I don't know, being mean to Chili or something. I don't remember much, but yeah, something like that. It's yeah, I
yeah.
don't know too much about this controversy. I just know there was a lot of like, you
Yeah,
know,
no, I feel like I should have gone prepared to like understand this timeline, but genuinely I don't want to know because so much was happening around that time.
I
Pablo
know.
was the only innocent one in
Yeah,
all of
Pablo
what
is
was
the
happening.
only innocent cast member, I swear.
He's the only innocent one.
And
He
that's why
hasn't been
he's the
involved in
best
any
one.
drama.
You know,
There's no confirmed drama. I hope he hasn't done any drama. That would suck.
that would suck. I would hate my boy Pablo to go down a bad path, but like he's my favorite cast member
Uh,
because he's like the only one. He's the only one who hasn't really done anything like terrible. You know, not no controversy or things that might have like yeah, the whole thing. But yeah, back to the videos since I know we've been going through drama. Back to the actual channel itself. Super Luigi Logan was working for a while, but Logan got age restricted, and I don't have too much else to say about the videos on the channel. But
there was one time where Cody made this video where he was like crying, and then it zooms out and shows person whining and crying over.
Oh, wasn't that?
Remember that? That was
dude?
like directed at Dab H dude, which is just really
Eddie.
pathetic.
I don't know why he would do that. Also,
That
I
was really
forgot to
pathetic.
mention there's also Nintendo, and not the
Not the
critic,
YouTube critic,
not
not the one who made a video
no.
on like
Basically,
Simpsons promotional images. It's the one who makes those crappy animations. I hate him.
So basically, this guy he basically works for Logan now. I guess Logan basically reached out for him to do animations for his videos, and now he just like makes these little skits, and they were harmless at first, but nowadays, especially in the new ones, I don't know if you noticed, but in the new ones, they're there so often now, and they're all
I know
filler. It's filler.
Yeah.
It adds nothing. Sometimes Brooklyn guy would just pause the plot and said, "Boy, this is just like the time I did this." It's like fucking Family
It's
Guy
like
cutaway.
Family Guy cutaways.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why I hate modern SML. It feels like Family Guy, not the funny like
Yeah, it feels
out
like
of
modern
context way.
Family Guy.
It just feels like fucking exhausting. It feels
No.
exhausting.
Yeah, it feels
I
like
hate
it feels like to the point where the
Ugh.
main it is similar to Mom Family Guy. It's to the point where the main creator doesn't even really care anymore, and he just kind of does whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Other ones. Yeah. So then he switched to Super Bowser Logan, and there he ended up like creating the puppets. And I'm curious to see, what do you think of the human puppets?
They are all designed horribly. I hate them all.
Really? I don't think I think I've gotten used to them.
That's because of your brain rot. I don't believe you actually genuinely like them.
No, I don't like their design. A lot of them. I feel like I've gotten like I think I've started, I don't know. I don't like them still. I don't like Bowser's design. I don't like Cody. I know Cody's supposed to be ugly, but like
Just because it's meant to be bad doesn't mean it's good.
exactly.
Yeah.
I don't Mario's whatever. Junior looks fine. I don't know. They just all look stiff and weird.
They're just too stiff. Like even like the decent ones, they're just too stiff and they don't convey any emotions.
Yeah, it feels off. I don't know. Also, he has a merch store, and he would not stop plugging it. And like, look at this merch store. The prices are so high. Like, Jesus Christ, fucking $80 to $50 just for one puppet. Like, that is ridiculous. That is so dumb.
I genuinely think it's a scam. Also, apparently, one time it originally just had like people's addresses on like the bottom where it was just scrolling through. Like no, like every time someone made a purchase, it just showed their fucking address. It just showed their address.
Weird.
That is amazing. That's amazingly bad.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was so weird. Also, like just all the stupid merch, like the stupid. I don't understand why anyone would buy this. Like if
unless you're like 7 years old and also have a hammer in your head. You know?
Yeah, honestly, if I showed up to school with a Jeffy backpack, I would be beaten up straight away. Like, and honestly,
my god,
I deserve it. I would deserve it. I would deserve it.
Yeah,
for showing up.
I would say, if I went to school with like a Jeffy puppet, I'd feel too embarrassed to even live anymore. I'd kill myself.
Yeah, honestly.
Well, I'm exaggerating, but yeah.
I remember I was once thinking about just ordering one of them, and I was really stupid. Was I stupid? Yes.
That's what you call it. That's what you call a classic impulse buy in the moment. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't fall for it. It's not worth it.
It's such a weird thing. Awful.
I bought a Wade doll.
Oh
you know how much that costed? $30.
Wow, that is still less than an SML.
At least I got 2 good videos out of it, so
yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah, that's a positive, I guess. So.
We can make it up.
Yeah, there was also some other drama, like remember the classic Logan sending inappropriate images to minors of Tito at a strip club. Yeah.
Yeah, that happened.
That happened.
Yeah, that actually happened. Do some research on it. That actually happened.
Yeah, what's weird is that I think this happened around the time of the drama, and people didn't even like notice it. And Logan has not, as far as I know, I don't think Logan has even addressed this. I don't know if it was an accident. I don't know too much about it.
He doesn't even like addressing drama. It's weird.
Yeah, it's just fucked up. What the hell, Logan? I understand. Like, I still feel bad for Logan for all he's done in life, but at the end of the day, like, why would you do that? It's very messed
He's
up.
too far gone. He's too far
Can you
gone.
imagine if he was a father and did that? Logan's a father now. Okay, he can't be doing this shit anymore. All right,
Yeah.
can't be
He
doing
needs to
this.
take responsibility, but he's never changed. He'll
Imagine-
never change, you know?
Imagine when the girl grows up and then
Don't say
and watch her just find these allegations of her father sending these shit to minors. Like what? What are they gonna think? You know,
It's terrifying.
it's worth
Because in the overall history of SML, it was just a series of bad decisions where something so just casual became just a business, just a corporate business that constantly was interwoven with just drama and just endless just idiocy.
Yeah, there's product placement. There's like a bunch of there's like ads. Like there was this SML video recently where it was literally just an advertisement for the game Genshin Impact. Yeah, that's
Didn't they
it.
do that with like another game?
Yeah, it was Lord's Mobile. It was like a Cody
Lord's
thing.
Mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Cody's favorite game, and it was like a very bad attempt to make a full-on video out of an advertisement. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah, and then this one is kind of an advertisement, but it's the least of the three. But it is still kind of. It was Jeffy's backpack, where Jeffy gets a new backpack from the SML store, and then he just advertises it. It's stupid. That is basically it. Those are basically advertisement videos. Yeah. So yeah, I don't have too much to say, but basically, I guess we could get into the stuff with Logan gets a cease and desist letter and ends up getting sued by.
Well, first off, the first encounter with Nintendo for him was remember Jeffy Con, the unofficial Jeffy Con?
Oh my god, he ended up like setting up like a thing. I think Chili did
it like meetup event, but they didn't realize how many people would show
there
up
was
at
like
the
an
Nintendo
army
store.
there, an army showing up.
There was a video of like you could see like Chili pointing the camera, and there's this army of little kids holding Jeffy.
It was
plushies.
insane. It was all Mario
like,
plushes they got from the Nintendo store. I'm pretty sure it was insane. Like the fact that
you have to be escorted out through a police car, and then Nintendo was just like, now they knew he existed for sure.
Yeah, after that happened, it ended up like his career blew up so badly that like that
it was too big.
It was too big.
It was too big of a mediocre thing. It's amazing.
Yeah. So Logan, after getting a cease and desist letter which I'm surprised didn't happen. Apparently, it was going to happen either way. I guess probably, but oh well. Anyways. Anyway, the puppets were replaced because apparently Logan originally made them because remember, like in, I don't know, I think it was late 2019 where everyone was nervous that, YouTube's got new rules about family-friendly stuff, and Logan thought it was going to affect him, so he made the puppets. So I think that was the reason why he made them. But then people didn't like them, he stopped using it, and then after he got the cease and desist letter, he switched to the puppets for good and made a 4th channel, and now he's posting it on there today. And, I guess we could talk about modern SML now if you want. So
it's when I was watching these, I just couldn't care less anymore. It felt like I was watching a corpse keep on dancing. Not just any corpse, but one that's already rotted and is down to bones, but still being carried around as if it was still alive. And my God, the pacing is horrible. It is absolutely terrible.
Logan doesn't just get.
Sometimes conflicts just end without any resolution.
I have one great example of that. That is all. So there's this video. It's called like Cody's Hot Potion. I don't know if you saw it, but this one.
I don't think I watched that one.
So all right. This will be interesting to describe to you then. Basically, Cody makes a potion to make him, I guess, look more attractive, and then. It instead blows his face off after he uses the wrong ingredient. So what happens instead is that near the end they don't really know what to do, and then Logan, they do a fourth wall break saying that it's late, we don't have time to film them getting other ingredients to make a reverse potion. So what they do is they snap their fingers, they have all the ingredients to fix his face. They fix his face and then it ends. That's it. No proper resolution. Logan was just too lazy to think of a proper ending. It is just so annoying how he like.
So anyway, let's talk about Jeffy's gamer girl problem.
Oh,
So
God.
So it's basically a Marvin torture episode. It's like, oh my god, Marvin, did you order these hookers and got their gamer
It
juice?
is such a
It's like,
weird
no.
idea for an SML.
Of course
video.
not Rose. Her name.
Oh yeah,
Fuck you,
we gotta
Rose.
mention certain things. Apparently, yeah. So another stupid thing,
Yeah.
Logan has changed some of the characters' names because for some reason he thinks that Nintendo owns the name Mario, even though it's
Well,
so he decided to now his name is Marvin, Rosalina's name is Rose, and Bowser's name is Braxton. No joke. That's
I
his
don't
name.
get Braxton, but
Yeah,
everything
but
else
Bowser
makes
is like
sense.
barely in videos anymore, so like who
Yeah,
cares?
he cares.
Yeah,
It's
Black
very
Yoshi.
Brooklyn dominant, where he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm going on these tangents. Here's a Nintendo animation." And there's a Mr. Pooh. There's the Judge Poobie who gets really old because he has a goofy accent. What else?
Yeah, I don't know.
All
I
right,
feel like
nothing,
the
nothing.
character was funny at first, the whole judge thing, but I
Yeah.
feel like now they're just using him too much. Same with Brooklyn guy, if I'm being honest. I feel like they use him a bit too much now. Because like now he's got a family, he's obsessed with this sports team called the Miami Heat. He's just like it's too much.
He's a shell of his former self because okay, so this is his mother. She's like, oh, she's intentionally an asshole. Wow, that's like the fourth time a mother's been an asshole in this series of videos.
Yeah.
Wow. And he has a goofy brother who's like privileged and doesn't know how to actually do
Yeah,
anything
he's your
outside.
typical horny nerd.
of-
That's his
Yeah,
character.
horny nerd. That's his character.
That's
and
his
then,
character.
oh my god, I'm getting like brain rot. I feel like my brain is actually like
No.
turning to ashes
so
while I'm reading
stupid.
about this book. And so his mother dies, but then it turns out it was just a prank, bro. And he quite literally, Brooklyn guy says this was a waste of time, and it was because it's not funny.
Oh, you watched?
First
Oh,
of
you're
all.
talking about the funeral one. Yeah, that
Yeah.
ending is awful.
Second of all, who cares? When did I ever care about their conflict? Oh, no shit, his mother sucks. Wow.
Yeah.
What a revelation. Wow.
Whoa.
There's such nothing videos. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And there's Jeffy's gamer girl problem where it's like, oh, it's very contrived conflict, first of all. I think it's funny that Junior, like, and you know Joseph are like sniffing like the fucking juice in the fucking underwear, but in the end, nothing happens. Like they find out, oh my god, you guys bought it,
Yeah. You just feel
and
bad
then
for
and
Marvin.
then the way to compensate for it is Jeffy starts clicking a pen, and that's how it ends.
Yeah.
Like what a fucking pathetic ending.
Yeah.
Pathetic.
So the
Oh my
endings of
God.
these are so lazy now. Also, another thing. I gotta say, in terms of SML torture, Logan fails at it 90% of the time because he doesn't know how it works. In order to torture someone like Marvin or Chef Pee who do this all the time, you have to make them do something that warrants all of the abuse stuff. So like,
Yeah.
and Logan doesn't do that. They do nothing, and then they spend the whole video just being abused for no reason. So like, it's stupid.
There's a spy balloon where after stopping a spy balloon, they get access to nuclear codes, and the fucking government is like, "Hey, Junior, you want to handle our war department?"
War department. Let's
Like,
it's so stupid.
why would you trust a child with that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's all because also talk about the characters now. And this isn't just a new thing for the new channel. On the SLL and SBL channels, all of those, the characters were kind of starting to decline. But nowadays, characters like Junior are just awful. He is a terrible character. He is just an irredeemable monster now.
He's a simp. He's a fucking simp.
Oh yeah, he's a simp too. Yeah, there's a video called Junior the Simp.
Yeah, where he
simps over Brooklyn guy's daughter,
and he learns to be a bad boy in order to earn his girlfriend, and nothing is learned except if I don't do this,
Yeah.
Wow.
You know,
Oh my
SML is on the
god.
decline as soon as you see certain modern SML videos and you see shit like pregnant Jeffy. You know SML's on the decline. I remember when that video came
Is it
out.
me or is the thumbnails getting worse and worse? Is that just me?
Kind of. I mean,
They're
yeah.
just overcrowded now and they're just looking like they're all looking the same. And the mixture of colors looks like just disgusting to look at. Like every time I look at one of these thumbnails, I feel like I'm about to puke because they're throwing so much at you. Like, oh, Jeffy's in a okay, for example, Jeffy's big Halloween. He's in a cat in the hat costume. There's a giant pumpkin. There's Marvin in the corner. Candy, big. Why is it a big Halloween? What's cool about
What's
this?
so big about it?
Then there's the divorce where everyone's had love hearts around Tom Brady.
Oh
There's
my
a
god, yeah,
roast.
that one is so
And then,
weird.
what? Like, what's going
Why
on?
is everyone
There's
simping
a
over
cop
Tom
bet
Brady?
where there's like a cop in the front, and then there's fucking Charles and what's going on? Was there a blue and red background? Is this good versus evil? Why is Jeffy there sad? Why is Joseph there? What's happening?
I don't
Like
know. Yeah.
everything's in corners, and it's kind of like can't be cast thumbnails, you know?
Hey, man. I have a very hey, don't judge me. Look, I'll admit not all thumbnails are great, but you know,
Yeah. Also,
much better than this. Okay.
Black Yoshi turning into basically blackface was the greatest redesign ever.
Yeah.
His name is now Dougie, and he just looks like one of those. He looks like one of the characters from Coonskin, where he looks really fucking goofy and like cartoonishly, like
Really?
racist,
Wow. Yeah.
like a racial stereotype. It's so bad. Hold on, I just found this video called Couch the Rapper. This is the thing.
Oh yeah, basically I saw that one. That one is where like the couch turns out to be alive the whole time and the couch just starts rapping. Honestly, that one is funny because there's a scene where Brooklyn guy just thinks that Marvin is crazy for thinking
Oh,
that he's on drugs. It's kind of funny,
there's
but
there's
it's
bro
just
Ken up. Where fucking it looks like
Cody gets
Cody
fat
looks
and
really fat. I haven't watched that video, but it sounds funny.
yeah. One of the worst ones in terms of modern one is the one where it's
Ugh.
Cody's bad word, which is somehow might be worse than Jeffy's bad word.
Oh no.
Basically, Cody says the word in word, and Joseph and Junior think he said the N word. So now they're just calling him racist, and that's the whole video. It's just
Wow,
them.
that sounds really boring.
It is, and it's also really mean spirited because Cody did nothing. So I
Oh
don't
my
know
god.
why Logan finds some of this shit funny. It makes no sense. I don't
There's
understand
also
the sense of humor
the
sometimes.
Shark Tank one, the Jeffy's invention. So he makes an invention. Marvin thinks it's stupid. Then he makes another invention. He submits it to Shark Tank. He gets money. Then invention turns out to be bad, and then takes away money. That's the entire video.
Oh my god, yeah,
Oh
it's
my
so
god.
dumb.
And just so you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched half of the videos on 2 times speed. And guess
Uh,
what?
what?
Jeffy's invention, it felt like a normal like short movie. It didn't even feel like it was like on 2 times speed. It just felt normal.
Wow.
It felt normal. That's how badly paced like SML videos are. Every like breath they take like talking feels like they're wasting my entire goddamn time, which is why I was so tired. And that's why like watching these videos on 2 times speed doesn't even feel that different. This is my big reveal. I've been watching half of these videos on 2 times speed, and guess what? I feel no difference because, in fact, it makes the pacing more efficient because it feels like things are moving along instead of just being dragged out to that 10-minute mark, you know?
Hmm.
And so, something like Handsome Jeffy on like 2 times speed, I feel nothing. In fact, it works better that way because it feels like things are happening, which is an insane concept for SML now.
I know.
I mean, technically the plots move along, but they're so dragged out. So why would I bother? These are
Yeah.
just so tired.
Yeah, Logan has also attempted to remake
Yeah.
his old videos, like in yeah, and they're literally just the
Superpowers remake. It's the
same.
same thing.
It is the
And then they
same
add a couple
thing.
more lines. That's it.
That's it. That is
Like,
literally it.
wow.
They also made like these weird like animated versions of like other ones that are
Yeah,
made
and
by
some of them not even made by Nintendo. Some are made by genuinely just alright animators, but
yeah,
just
I mean it's fine animation, but maybe it's because I'm so used to shitty Nintendo stuff in nearly every SML video now. So yeah. But yeah, I agree. Modern SML has some awful ass pacing and just everything
Ugh.
is so dumb and you could tell he's running out of ideas. Like wow. And then there's even stuff that like Jeffy's 18th and 19th birthday. You want to talk about those ones since those are like big ones? Have you seen the 19th birthday
I've
one?
seen. I remember returning to Jeffy, SML once just for the 18th birthday thing, and being so sad because it was nothing. It's like, oh my god, he's taking his money back, and there's this big dramatic sequence, and they blow up a van. Wow, how impressive!
Yeah, for SML standards, yeah, it's kind of impressive, but it's not like to the point where it's like mind-blowingly amazing, I guess, you know. It's like there's ambition where it's filmed, so there was some effort it seems, but it's still like everything about its story just doesn't work at all. Like
So,
I same
because you
issues as
have,
Jeffy's parents.
because Jeffy learns to be better, but no, he doesn't. In fact, he's more of a tool in this. And then also the first half of the episode is so boring because it's just a load of setup
It is
for
so
nothing.
honestly, as Jeffy's 18th birthday, it could have been like
Ugh.
10 minutes, honestly, if you cut
It
down
should have been 10 minutes.
yeah, it would have been better, but Logan just wanted to make it big. I think that's the only reason it was like so yeah. It's stupid. It's dumb. And then like the 19th one does the exact same ending as the 18th one where they do a fake out death with Jeffy and like yeah, of course they're not gonna kill Jeffy. So why pretend that you're gonna kill Jeffy if we all know like stop pretending, stop mocking us. Enough with the
Uh,
emotions. You can't make Jeffy emotional. You can't have Jeffy in like this video. Jeffy plays GTA 6. You can't have him kill and fucking run over innocent people and then make me like sympathize with him and feel bad for him next minute. Like you can't do that. It makes no sense, Logan. No
yeah.
sense. Like sometimes he just doesn't even put the bare minimum effort into some of these. Like I don't know if you noticed this, but in some videos he like that cast just breaks character and they don't even bother doing retakes. So like and they do
Yeah.
this like a lot, like more than
Oh,
they
they do it
probably
more
should have.
often now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they do it in like multiple videos. Sometimes like multiple videos in a row. And like it's like is it really much of a hassle to just refilm it, Logan? Like it's the bare minimum. Like come on. It's like
Well, Jeff, wait, hold on. You're saying Logan putting effort into video? Impossible. Impossible.
impossible. Man, I'm so
Impossible.
just by talking about this is just making me
Yeah.
feel so drained now,
Honestly,
realizing how
I feel like this episode is less of a entertaining one, but more of just a fucking therapy session for us to just let out all our anger
yeah.
for this shit. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate SML.
Honestly, yeah. Is there anything else? I think I'm almost ready to wrap it up if I'm being honest.
I'm fully ready to wrap it up.
Yeah, I don't know. There's like other things we could mention that we haven't, like other minor pieces of drama between people. But is it worth it though? Is your
In the
life
end,
really gonna change if
in
we
the end,
add
there's
more
not
to
really a
this?
point to all this. This is just a tragedy. A
Yeah,
tragedy of a man who probably can never escape his own childhood of toys and figurines.
yeah, and he'll be probably
He
like
may
that
have a
forever.
child, but he's never gonna learn anything.
Yeah. Yeah, also, I kind of agree with you with the thumbnails. Just looking back on the new ones, they all just feel so overcrowded. Like, sure,
Yeah.
my thumbnails, have some stuff, but it's more balanced, I'd say,
Okay, so
than
there's the
his.
KFC competition where the background's like a KFC chicken store, but you can't even tell what's going on in the background since it's all covered by Dougie, also Mario, and then there's also Brooklyn guy, then there's also a black guy, and then the KFC competition in big text. Like what? What?
Honestly,
What?
I feel like
What?
Logan's older thumbnails were better.
I gotta say that period in like 2016 to 2017, those had the perfect thumbnails.
Yeah.
Really had their game on there.
Like, there's this other one, Junior's bot fight. There's just like too much shit that doesn't work well with each other. Like,
Also,
what?
the humans just look weird, so it makes these thumbnails look even weirder.
Yeah, even the poses that the characters look off, which is kind of nit. I know this is it's sort of nitpicky. I know it's just like the thumbnail, but it is very important to get it like I guess a
Okay,
nice
there's
thumbnail
also
there.
Jeffy's Butler part 2, but the two's really far away from Jeffy's Butler.
Oh,
And there's also
I
Cheerios,
want
and then
to.
there's also things going on. It's like, what's going on?
Yeah, I want to explain something about Jeffy Butler. Another thing that represents Logan's laziness in some way in areas is that sometimes he would accidentally redo ideas.
Oh.
Like Jeffy's Butler Part 2. He originally thought it was originally just going to be titled Jeffy's Butler, but then he realized that he already made a Jeffy's Butler video and he completely forgot about it. And like Logan, maybe when you think of an idea, maybe just search it up before you do it.
He's made so many videos that he can't even be original anymore. It's crazy.
Yeah, I understand copying stuff a little every now and again, but there's even movie parodies as well. Like there's an Exorcist parody with a
They're
bunch
doing like
of
apparently doing Saw stuff. That's weird.
Yeah, there were like 3 Saw videos, and no joke, the main gag in them is that the clown Jigsaw is obsessed with giving people AIDS.
What?
Injecting people with
What? Jared Fogle?
Jared Fogle moment? Yeah, it's so bizarre. It's so weird.
Oh my god, man.
And then there's I don't know. I mean, they could have. I know I talked about this with you briefly, but there's this Brooklyn guy one where it felt like they could have done a Rocky parody. Could have done a Rocky parody with Brooklyn guy. That would have been sick, but instead. It's
that video is so disappointing because they keep mentioning Candy Randy, and how they had this major rivalry, and then they have this whole backstory, and in the end, the fight is so bad.
Yeah, it's so.
And nothing's
pathetic.
earnd.
Yeah,
it's like the joke is they don't have character arcs, but that's not interesting.
It is so anticlimactic that it's honestly kind of funny. Like, wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Anyways, we can talk more probably, but it's I know we didn't talk about like videos from channels like SBL or LSLL.
Well, SBL has like those playthroughs with like a Brooklyn guy. Those are fine.
Yeah. I think Logan had plans for stuff like that, but whatever.
But yeah, my brain is actually starting to hurt from all this shit.
Even me. I've been someone who has gone so numb to SML over the years. Numb, some call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing is just like, now SML has a sort of ironic aura where it lives on through TikTok clips and people finally discovering just how truly racist this entire thing is.
Yeah, all the stereotypes and stuff.
You could talk about that, but that is quite obvious. Just search up like Black Yoshi's blank and you'll realize how bad it is.
Yeah, and also it feels like Black Yoshi has just become even more of like a stereotype now, because instead of being a gangster,
Black Yoshi, he can't read like a black person. No,
yeah, he's just like all he does is just beg Mario for stuff. Like it gets so old. Like I get it.
And there's like Jackie Chu is like, oh my god, get it? He has small eyes.
How
what the fuck is that supposed to? Yeah, it's offensive. Like okay, what else?
Yeah,
my goodness gracious.
There's a fucking John Wick parody. No scene where Jeffy falls down the stairs, unfortunately. But and then there's what else? Like even characters like Goodman have been over exaggerated with all their.
Yeah, I watched the video, The Life of Goodman. That one's bad. Because you're like, oh, look how rich he is. This is his daily life.
Some funny jokes. There's been
no, it doesn't. I don't believe it.
Really? I don't know. Maybe because I've seen so many terrible ones to the point where I'm just numb.
Yeah, no, you can't even tell the difference between actually like terrible shit anymore.
Maybe when one is just not quite as bad as some of the other ones, I think it's fine. I think that's why I might prefer that one over some of the other ones, like fucking No Invite or Jeffy's Gamer Girl thing, which is fucking abysmal. So, yeah, a lot of these ones are awful. So many terrible ones, Logan. Jesus Christ. God. Can you imagine?
I can't go on like this anymore.
Can you imagine if we added fucking toys like we planned? Imagine
then this would be a 4-hour-long podcast.
Yeah, thank God. At least you're coming.
Yeah, anyway, let's end on a sort of... Let's wrap this up.
Yeah, you could tell that I'm tired by my voice and whatnot, and you can tell Sanders gone insane, so I'm also kind of going insane, so let's wrap this up.
We gotta wrap this up in a sort of prologue.
Overall, Logan, You do you now, okay? I don't care. I don't care what you
Logan
do.
is a case of taking all opportunities and squandering it for a quick, easy week to week basis of videos.
Mhm.
But a quantity over thousands of videos doesn't mean quality.
Yeah.
And that's why, yeah, you'll get all the views and all the money you want. But
Mhm.
what would be left to fill that hole anymore?
Yeah.
Maybe all the good old memories, maybe the times of old. But even the old memories, they aren't even that funny. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, there were some highlights back then, but
I
just
got it
like how
all out of my
I've grown,
system.
because I've kind of grown out of this shit. Because if I continue to like live on and try to watch these videos, I feel like it'd be absolutely
Yeah,
pointless
I
for
think
me.
I'm done too now after letting all this out. I think you're right. This has become a therapy session. I think you're right on that.
Because we've gone over many of the videos, but
Uh-huh.
that's just a small portion of a
Yeah.
larger problem with pretty much everything that
No.
happens in this channel.
This is somehow longer than every Campy Cast episode I've recorded. So, and it's on fucking SML of all things. Like, Jesus Christ. How
Your voice is
embarrassing.
getting more deeper. It's
I
getting
know,
worse.
it's cracking.
Oh
I
my
need to
god.
rest my goddamn voice. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, for an episode that was originally intended as a joke, that was supposed to include not just the movie Toys starring Robin Williams in the 1980s, it was also supposed to include this TV show Solar Opposites.
Oh my god, this would have been like 5 hours, I swear to God. Thank
7
God
hours.
I canceled it. I canceled that idea as soon as I watched the first episode of Solar Opposites. Who knows,
Yeah.
maybe we'll do that another day when I'm less tired
Another
and my
day,
voice
Anthony.
and my
Another
voice, functions better.
But yeah, I'm so sorry that you've had to live on with the memories of this show, of
Yeah.
this channel that should have been dead long ago.
Thanks. It really means a lot that someone is being sorry for me. Yeah.
This really should have been just a step in someone's life, but no, it's their entire life now.
Yeah, it's so interesting. It was honestly, I know we got really tired near the
Yeah.
end, but looking back on this full thing, it was interesting to go through this entire YouTube channel. Like, think of how this is gonna definitely stick out compared to all your other episodes of the Dumps. So
The
yeah.
Dumps really is about everything that we should have disregarded long ago, but we've paid attention to it. We pay attention to you, Logan.
Yes,
You
SML
bastard.
I guess SML will be rotting in the dumps for the next 10 years now. So
And another one to the dumps,
yeah.
I guess.
I don't know. Honestly, I know this is a weird thing to do, but if I would somehow, inexplicably, like put SML into a single rating out of 10, which is a bizarre thing to do, I know, but I'm gonna try and do that. I'm gonna give it.
That's interesting.
I'd give it like a 3 with a heart. Alright.
You know, I do the same too. Maybe on my scale, like a 36 out of
Yeah,
100.
I know it's weird to really put a rating on this since it's a YouTube channel. Not
See,
even
we
really
like to
a
break
TV
format a
show.
lot. The dumps really is for anything. So if you really want to come on, I hope you enjoyed this.
Yeah, maybe next you could do even more YouTube channels.
Maybe that's something not as big as this. I'm never again.
Yeah, yeah. But it was nice getting this all out of the system, and yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for having you too, Anthony. I probably couldn't talk to anyone else about it. Like seriously, no one would. But you did.
I was
You
willing.
did your job.
I was
You were
willing.
willing.
Yes.
Oh,
God, 3 goddamn hours. Anyways,
my mouth is getting really dry. Oh,
yeah.
yeah. So that's another one to the dumpster. See you all next week, hopefully.
Yeah.
Our Halloween more Halloween themed episodes will be coming soon.
This isn't Halloween themed though, because this was pretty fucking scary.
This is pretty much a horror movie. All right. Don't you fret. We'll be doing more horror related stuff soon as October rolls around. So yeah. Anthony, would you say your final words?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go on my purple fire truck now or something. I don't know. Kill me. It's kill me.
All right, bye.
Week. So not only is that gonna screw up my plans to work on the movie this week, it's also gonna screw up the plans to even get my regular videos out. My newest Jeffy video, when I uploaded it yesterday, got age restricted within an hour. Now, okay, when I filmed the video, I knew it was gonna get demonetized at some point.
What's up, nigga? Jeffy, what's up?
Look, another video about SML, even though I said I'd stop talking about SML. And, well, we'll talk about that in this video. If you want the short version though, this is mainly for an easy place to explain why I stopped talking about SML. Sure, I've mentioned all of this before, but it's usually been embedded in another video, not a standalone thing, so I feel that much is deserved. This has also been prompted by Math and the SMR returning to talking about Logan's content, despite the fact I'm still uncertain how permanent either of those are. And I decided even if I'm not returning, that now would be an optimal time to explain why I left in a standalone video.